Okay. That's a perfect mic check. What is up, everyone? This is. No, that's a bad pitch. There we go. Coffee with Soul. I'm your host. We're gonna chat. We're gonna talk. We're going to uh get ourselves a Delver's Bounty, most likely. Finally, we're gonna do that. Um, but I guess since I was talking about it on Discord, right up until I started stream, I wanted to go over like dates and stuff. I'm gonna do this again when I talk about this on the weekly because it's like, okay, now that we learned all this information, we pretty much got the 11.25 announcement yesterday with the Wowcast and Legion Remix, because that's going to be like, a thing. It's going to be a thing. Patch launches and then like ta-da. Now, what's gonna be kind of funny is, I gotta ask myself, okay, when is 11.25 going to release? Because I'm thinking to myself, um, they said, and I'll have to measure this out again because I don't recall this date on off the top of my head. When did the turbo boost? Like how many weeks after um the season started? How many weeks after the season started did the turbo boosts begin? Because they did say that the turbo boost will happen into the turbo boost for season 3 is going to happen into 11.25, not like before or not like a bajillion years after that or something like that. So I'm going to try to measure that out, and at least at the moment I have like this estimated launch date for actually no, it should be like there, but whatever. Small details. I'm just throwing this together. So like around here will be the midnight launch. Around here is going to be early access. Oh my god, gross. Um, for like March ish. So second week of March is what I'm saying for the launch of Midnight, and I'm like always right. So I'm at, I've already had to revise my date like once because we got this patch 11.2 1 week earlier than before, but I predict it's mostly because they wanted the timing to not feel awkward because of Gamescom and announcing Midnight on that sort of stage. They could have not. They could have skipped out on Gamescom entirely, or they could have like just been there saying like, "Yeah, don't worry, we're going to talk about this stuff next week." But then that would have felt very unexciting. So I don't think they should miss out on that kind of stage. But let me say hi to people, as is tradition. What is up to Darth? You're the first person to say hi. I appreciate it, dude. What is up to Bamagal, to Silicon Serenade, to Boomer, Arcadius, Ricky, to Puddle Jumper, and Ben. Hey. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope your loots have been merry so far. My shoulder is like, oh, this is like it's like a rotator thing. Oh, that feels so good though. I thought I stretched it out, but apparently not. Let's see. Ricky came here to talk about the jailer only. Okay, with the 10,008% of him appearing, because yeah, obviously, and oh my counter's not on, not up. Here, let me put that back on. Yeah, we're on the board, baby. We're on the board. Do you anticipate Void Demon Hunters to be released with Midnight or prior? Oh, that's a bold assertion. Do you okay? Is Void Demon Hunters going to be a thing? Has that been like ultra leaked and confirmed? Because I ain't seen nothing like that so far, at least. Um, I don't see. Will we see like a specialization announcement for Midnight? Class, not so much. Specialization, maybe. But we're gonna do like a bingo card and all that right up before the Gamescom announcements and all that stuff. So it's gonna be fun. I think I did more than 10. By the way, hi Ginch. I think I have. I think I had something where I was looking at dates just earlier. Not that. Not that. Uh, something something turbo boost. Something something wowcast. I don't know. I was looking at something, but oh well, not a big deal. Um, but if there is going to be a specialization thing, and I'd say there's a non-zero chance of that, I would say it's going to be prior. I'd say that is going to come with the pre-patch. You know, if that's going to be a thing. Now, do I think it's going to be a thing at all? I don't know. They haven't given enough indication because here's a spoiler alert: the whole thing about Void Demon Hunters is an experiment gone wrong, and we end up killing the dude, uh, the one dude who became a Void Demon Hunter. Now, I think Umbric or some other Void Elf person, they were like, "Oh, well, we're going to keep going with the experiment and then like see what's going on with that." So I don't know how much of that. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Now, one thing to maybe look at. Actually, well, let's just do this now, if I can, if it opens. Is it behind the map? It's behind that thing. Okay. Is to actually look at this encounter. The Soul Hunters, we're going to be looking at this dude, Dark Blaze. So we would be looking at this for inspiration as to like, okay, if there's going to be a Demon Hunter spec, at least one of these, you know, they're going to be inspired by some of these abilities. So this one is a dot, I believe. Something about consuming. What's this one? Tears the path into the void and teleports to the location and inflicting. So maybe a teleport kind of thing. Okay. Images slice within the fabric of void around them, inflicting damage to all players with. I forget what that one is, and I forget after. I only did these once. We've only done this boss once so far, so. And then collapsing star. Yeah, I would look to this for like possible inspiration for a Void Demon Hunter spec. A third melee spec, or another melee spec from. I don't know. I would have imagined that it would be like a castery sort of thing, but well, who knows, man. Season 4 launched May 4th, and Turbo Boost started May 18th. Oh, can you get? I'm bad. Can you count for me how many weeks that is? That'd be very helpful. Mage Master. Sorry, man. From the quest, I could see it as just introducing Void Elf Demon Hunters. Oh, okay. So you're seeing it like that. That could be a thing too. It might just be like hey, let's introduce them as like a race or whatnot. But then, how do they get the fell stuff? You don't get that easy. It's not like, oh, you go through the void door, and it's like an automatic. Yeah, you get all the fell stuff too. Fell and void, they're big deals. Void colored instead of using fell. Yeah, but then it's all going to be named the same way. I think we've encountered that before where we gave abilities like a different name based on the race, and that didn't quite work out. I think they ended up having to make that, they ended up having to homogenize the names and stuff, just for the sake of consistency. Because if someone says, oh, yeah, I just do, part of my rotation is to do something with Torrent Strike. I'm like, oh, wait, what's Torrent Strike? Are you talking about Crusader Strike? Yeah, no, but what's Crusader Strike? No, it's called Torrent Strike. I'm like, oh, that's whatever, dude. So nano machines, and everything is possible with nano machines. So here's the thing, Ten. I don't know if you remember, but there's a race. There's a race called Mechanomes. They got semi-robotic gnomes, and I've been saying for years, dude, if they're gonna do like race class combos, they are the perfect race to always be like any class that WoW ever introduces until the end of time. So like they have like this dragon race right now, right? And it can only be one class, and that class can only be the dragon race because the abilities, they're all based on dragony kinds of things. They breathe fire, they fly all over the place. But then a Mechanome can become that class. They're called evokers, by the way. They could do that because for them it'd be like, oh, they're just going to build attachments. They're just going to just fucking put wings on their shit and install like a nozzle in their mouth so they can breathe fire and all that stuff. That'd be sick. That would involve a whole lot of additional animations and whatnot, but it's worth it. It'd be pretty awesome. Anyway, What's up, Joshua? And good morning to you and all. What's up to Cesar? Let's see. I bet the story will have a demon. It could. We discovered a void demon who happens to do foul stuff, and so we eat that void demon, and then ta-da! Now they can become a thing. Of course, people are gonna look at him and be like, "Why'd you do it?" And then the void elf person will be like, "Well, I just want to see what would happen. Just want to see how it would go." What's my item level right now? My item level right now is okay. It's stuck there. 674 at the moment. Now, um, that's deceptive. My bag item level is 687. So I'm hiding my true power. Actually, I just like gearing this way because I have like a healing ring here, and like I'm still using this old ass trinket because it's so fucking good. So yeah. Anyway, dates. Um, so 10-ish weeks. Let's count. Okay, so March 4th is when he said the turbo boost started. And then you said May 18th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Um, wait, what? That's a that's a Sunday, man. You're fine, dude. Okay, let me see. Let's see. Turbo boost. May 13th. Okay, so it was an 8, but you just kind of like chop off like a little bit, and then it becomes a 3. So it was that week. So that I think that was 10. Shit. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it was 10 weeks. Um, so if we go with current season just started here, right? So 1, 2, 3, um, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So turbo boost estimate. So this is when we're guessing turbo boost begins. Cool. Um, Heroics are how you're gearing. Nice. Hey, heroics. That's how it goes, dude. You find there are lots of gearing options. Straight out. So there's no looking down on how you do it. As long as you feel like you're progressing and getting stuff and feeling good, cool. Comparing it to others is asking for this self-deprecating negativity. It's just gonna drag you down. Just be happy in the spot that you're in and be like, all right, cool. Blizzard's at least catering to that. So probably launches the spooky event too. So who knows how since they stagger events now. Yeah, that I'm wondering about too. Yeah, when is the spooky event going to happen? Because now I feel like, okay, is there room for it? Like, so it's got to happen during this month because it's got to. It can't not happen during the month of Halloween. That would be pretty ridiculous. Oh, we're gonna have it start in November. No, it's gonna be somewhere here. So it could be the launch of the patch. It could be the week after or something like that. But I'd say like, oh, this is gonna feel busy, man. This month. Now we don't know what the hell the spooky event is. It might, it's not. If it's gonna be like Plunderstorm, then it's gonna be something we can easily just like jump in. We make a new character, we get our jollies in, and then we might be done in a week if we really, really tried. Um, but from the feel of it, Plunderstorm only lasted for a month. I'm going to assume that the spooky event will also last for that, unless they canceled it. They might have been like, you know what, fuck it. They it might have just fallen through, so they might have canceled it because they haven't talked about it at all. They didn't talk about it in the context of the patch either. It wasn't because when they talked about this stuff, the Wildcast and all that, all the way towards the bottom. So here's where they talk about everything else. This is basically the 11.25 announcement. You know, its content patch as well has additional improvements to the blah blah blah, but no mention of that event. So I guess I'm not gonna be like, oh no, they promised. But who knows? Things could have happened. Stuff could have hit the fan. Uh, and I feel like this works. You know, if they decide to not do it, I'm not gonna trip. I want to say it right now, Blizz. If anyone's out there listening, you know, if it turns out that it's not going to like be a great fit with this sort of schedule, don't force it in. You know, do yourselves do us all a favor. Let that thing cook a little bit more, whatever it's going to be, and then make it a cool experience when it finally comes in. But if they work it out somehow, cool, I guess. All right. Fun fact: Brandon only gets XP from the first 28 bountiful delves on an account. Oh, is that right? I don't think I've done 28 bountiful delves yet, but who? What about that person who got to level 100 already? Like they're done. So like, you know, good for them. Bastards. Whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna do. I think I need to do like 2 delves, and then I will get to the second milestone. So I am 400 points away. 400 points away. The Flickergate nerf was funny. Sorry, Flickergate farmers who were just like, you know, refreshing Del. I mean, that was bound to happen. So I'm sure some people are like, well, you know, how dare they something exploit early and often and yada yada yada. I don't think, you know, not a big deal. Oh, I'm close to one. Let's just do that one. Did they nerf it? Kind of. So they nerfed the idea of, hey, let me just go in, see if there's a flicker gate, and then hit it, and then leave, and then do it again over and over again. So people just went into fungal folly, because it's easy to detect whether there's a flicker gate there or not. They would look for it. They would skip everything, run in, get the XP, leave. And that was it. So they had to put a stop to that. I mean, think of the alternatives. The alternatives would have been worse. Like if they did something like, okay, flicker gates stop appearing after a certain time, or there will be a delve instance lock or something like that. That'd be pretty ridiculous. So they didn't do that. So I am mad. Go. Funded, yeah, sure. Let's see. I'm still weirded out that this thing empties out or whatever. And I'm already 92. This is brisk. You know, this feels this has been feeling like pretty fast. So back to Haterang and Agis. Your flicker gate was a chest at the end. Yeah, like so in this case I didn't see a notification for a flicker gate, so that makes this not fun. That was kind of a interesting thing that they added in as like the compromise that they made. Let's go ahead and just notify players right away if there's a flicker gate, because that kind of, in a way, that can easily communicate to the player, well, I'm just going to refresh the thing until I see a flicker gate, because that would be the thing to do. So I think the best response to that sort of behavior is to always have a flicker gate. Oh well. That's game design for you. Still in the 40s for his level. How'd I get him so high? I just did delves. That's it. So what I've been doing to progress down the Delver's Journey thingamajig is I've just been getting on alts, getting them some easy delve keys, and then doing 8s. That's it. So I think there's like 2 paladins, a warlock, and a druid. So I did like about 4 keys with those people, and I still have like 4 keys on this guy. So I'm just gonna do a couple of these, and like that'll be it, and then I'll get my Delver's Bounty Majigger, and like, that'll be it. Dun, dun, dun. Mechanome are the least played race, so giving them all classes would boost those numbers. I don't think that they should. I don't think that's a great way to. I don't think that should be what hinges. Oh, let's give a certain race more combinations so we play them more. I don't think that's the right thing to do. I don't think there is a thing to do. It's like if people want, if there's a race disparity, I don't think you should like try to rebalance that somehow. That'd be kind of weird. What are your thoughts on this? I was a largely solo player. I do want to sometimes check out the raid, but it never seems worth the time and effort for gear. That's behind Music Plus and Conquest? Conquest and Delves. Okay. Out of context racism? Sure. If you want to stretch it that far. Oh yeah, I forgot minecarts. Yeah, minecarts. I can do things with the minecarts. Come on, guys, get yourselves killed. It's minecart time. Yee. Come on, buddies. You too. All y'all get yourselves killed. Alright, cool. Still does decent damage. Whoop. 90% of my count was, hey, for a pure blue world, man. When Blood Elves became a thing, like, there was so many people that switched over. They're like, oh, thank God. For me, it was, I want to be... This is super true story. Like, I went into Outland, first day of Burning Crusade. Okay, not first day, first night. Like, because we did the midnight release thing, we bought it, and then I played for a little bit, and then I went to bed. But then when I woke up, I was like, you know what? I don't feel like being an undead anymore. I want to be these upright, you know, standing up straight Blood Elf dudes. Because no one else could at the time. No other Horde race stood up straight, at least not a male race. All the ladies, they sit up. They have good posture. They're proper, right? But I rolled Blood Elf specifically for that reason. I just wanted someone to stand upright. Is that too much to ask, Bless? Ah. I was playing, had a question, now I can't remember it. Don't you just hate that? That's puberty for you, right? You just start to forget stuff. So did you have a follow-up on that, Travis? Sorry. I'm not sure if you had a question or something like that. Or are you just talking about yourself as a, okay, you know, I'm this kind of audience. Is there something for me? You know, if I want to like check out the raid. I'd say like there's a certain line where to really experience that kind of content, then you're just going to have to dive into that. And it's kind of a roll of the dice. Now, that said, if you want to seek out that sort of raid experience and you want to do it in as safe of a space as you can, there are Discord channels that try to curate and put people into groups based on, you know, your skill level. Like, hey, I play like this, or, you know, this is my first time. And the one that comes to mind, they're called Perky Pugs. If you want to check out that Discord channel. And then they have like sign up lists and all sorts of, I can't explain how it all works. I don't use it myself, or I'm not part of that community. But I would look in that direction if you are looking to get like a raid experience on your own time with hopefully a group that's not going to be like, come on, noob, you know, you need more gear score, or, you know, you're last on the meters, get out. You know, they don't do that. At least that's the reputation that that I get off of them. WoW mateys is another, but I've been in that Discord for a while. It's harder to get, wait, it's harder to get in? As in it's harder to join the channel, or it's just harder to get into groups? Because I figure that's because there's more people using it probably. So, you know, just like anything, people will make choices and they'll choose based on like the people who are, you know, look the most geared or have the most experience and all that. Just curious on your thoughts on how much more just how much more daunting the raid seems for the level of gear you get, even though it's sort of the game's premiere mode. I wouldn't even call it the premiere mode anymore. It's like just now we just have all these different options. It's like, hey, dude, you want to do things? Here's a way you can do things. You know, here's all these different difficulties and what have you. So I would say it might not be as daunting as you think after your first time. I would say that, you know, the tips that I'm giving about like a Discord channel, that's going to give you like the best opportunity of having a good experience, because, you know, just like, you know, with pugs and whatnot, you never know. You might be lucky enough to do a search on the pre-made group tool and find like, hey, we're doing runs, we're carrying people, but then that doesn't really teach you anything either. All right. A big part of the raiding experience is to get blasted. Sometimes you march off into death because someone has, you know, because the raid lead has an idea and people are like, I don't know, dude. But then it's like, no, let's give it a shot, dude. It's a fucking video game. Let's do it. And then you get blasted. You know, this is me talking from personal experience. You know, and then, you know, that's it. So the thing is, you know, for me, the raid experience is very, it's a very social experience. It's not something that I want to do with pugs and whatnot. It's something that I want to do with buddies and all that. Okay, who are we fighting? We're fighting all the dudes. Okay, can I take them on both at once? Let's try it. Let's do it. Double bosses. Woo woo. So I'm gonna have to deal. Okay, so I think I need to like go all the way to the end here because there's gonna be bombs that this dude drops. Oh, there's breath too. Oh shit. Yeah, so I've got to deal with bombs that are over there. So now, that's the sucky. So I think I should go far away. That way, because I don't think I won't really have the room to like kick them and stuff. But I do want to stay target. I do want to keep Zekir on target because I want to kick the spittle thing that he does. Spittle. Ah. Okay, so now I'm gonna move a little bit. Okay, that's the roar. I don't want to be in that. Kick that away. Oh, there's that breath. Ah! Oh, that breath hurts. Oh, yeah, don't do this if you're not tanking. That's a bad idea. Bad idea. Okay, so those things are going off now. Now I can move. And I'm moving out of the fear circle thing, but not out of the breath. Ah, breath. I think the breath is one of the more dangerous mechanics for trying to take on both of these dudes at once. Oh, look at this. I have a good opportunity to pump for a bit. Oh, nice. Alright, so new bombs are going. I could just go back to this side again. Does that thing hit him? I don't think it does. Nope. Come on. Ooh, I'm hurting. Okay, so those bombs are going up. I think the fear is going to happen in a little bit. There it is. So it's the fear and the breath that has me moving like quite a bit. Oh, hey, I beat one. Yeah. Not bad. All right, Dan, I'll see you. Dead pallets aren't broken or anything? No, they're not broken. They're fine. They're fine. The thing is, I'm tanking. That's the thing. Like, the takeaway from this is, you know, when it comes to, I say this a lot, I'm gonna keep preaching it. When it comes to role agnostic content, tanks will always win. There are some exceptions. I'd say Kaiveza is a really good encounter that just mercilessly treats everyone like a one-shot, because it is. Everything's a one-shot, no matter what. So, too bad, so sad. The hitboxes are tiny. Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna try that. It's a lot of moving especially if I'm trying to fight both at once, as you saw. All right, so Delver's Journey Mabobber. I need 400 for the next reward. Okie dokie. So that got me 300. Oh, shield. Ooh, it's a shield. It's a shield that I've wanted for a while. So I think I'll actually use this thing. See if it's like cool. Get rid of some garbage then. Yeah. Taking magic damage has a chance for the weapon to react and adapt, spinning warding threads around you for 30 seconds while active. It's going to absorb all damage that you would take from that source's spell school, up to 5.8 million damage with a 2-minute cooldown. It's a long cooldown. It's not very reliable, and it's only 5.8 million healing, but I'm going to do it anyway because that's very in character for me. Yeah. I lose all the secondaries, but oh well. I can live with that. I can live with that. So I get a little bit more armors. A little bit more armor. As in like fifth. Alright. Still more garbage. Oh, I think his XP did cap. So let's see. No, still 90. I don't know. It didn't. It says I got XP, but it didn't turn into anything. So chunk? No. Oh well. We'll see what happens on the next delve. So I did the thing last night and grinded out 23 tier 11s for Delver's Journey level 2. Mana was not worth it. Lamau should have done Mythic Plus, to be honest. Haha. Yeah, why didn't you? That... Yeah, without even thinking, that would have been the better play for you. For me, obviously doing Delves is the play because I don't do keys. So, yeah. You could have gotten KSM by now or better. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 23 tier 11 delve. How many did I do? I did not do 23 tier 11 delves. I've done 11s on this guy, but I've been doing 8s on the others. So I've been getting 200. Yeah, so I've been doing more. But they're only like 8s. So I'm like just kind of, for that, it was part vibe because I'm like, okay, they're only 8s, but I'm also on alts, which is like terrible. All my alts just suck. Not just gear, I just don't know how to play them. Okay, so let's see. Let's do Mycomancer. Mycomancer. 3 dubs I tried to do with my Marksman Hunter attacking the same thing. The damage output is different at times. Oh, that's odd. Howlfall. Is there any reason for doing 11s instead of 8s after you get your 3 gilded stashes? Not a significant reason. I would say like once you have access to Delver's bounties, then you want to do an 11 with that bounty. You know, that would do it. So that's going to be what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to get one. I'm going to hit one more thing, do one more 11 to hit that milestone, and then get a bounty, do that for the hero piece. So once I have that, then I'm going to play with all the gear that I've been getting this week, and then hopefully get to like at least 680 item level. I'm gonna activate a 2-piece bonus, most likely. So should be fun. Yay, gearing up. I don't know if something was given Delver's Journey last week, but I have a guildie who was more ahead in Journey than me, who plays way less. I don't know. I mean, there was the weekly thing, but that just started this week. You know, so I'm thinking your guildmate is lying and is trying to be like, ha 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 ha, when actually he was just like super sweating. And like, working really hard at it. Oh, you did it on 5 tanks? Whipped. I mean, what was the weakest character? That Warlock was. Yeah, actually, Warlock, Hunter, Druid, two. Yeah, so I used a lot of characters. I used like 4 keys each though, something like that. So yeah, I did more than 20 something odd delves, but for me, it felt like a game. So I don't recommend it for. I don't normally recommend it for people though. Like if you have the time, do it. If you don't have the time, you can use your time. Your time is better spent elsewhere, and then just let yourself casually slide into the Delver's bounty stuff. Like I've been leaving feedback here and there, talking basically for them to make. See, so here's what's weird. I hopefully won't die while I'm trying to show you this. Not that. And, so if you look at the Delver's journey, the first milestone you get is freaking a thing for your dirigible. Just a thing. A seemingly random thing. What the hell's a canister schematic? Why is, it's a weird first thing to have. The bounty should have been the first thing. That's my main thing. This should have been the first thing. Because that would have felt, way easier to obtain between a little bit of grinding plus the weekly 1500 bonus or whatever that you get. That would have felt okay. The road from getting a 2 to 3, I'm sorry, from milestone 1 to milestone 2, it's in the first week, it feels like a drag. Everything else doesn't matter too much because it's all cosmetic-y stuff, so I'm not really sweating over that at all. There's going to be a turbo boost at some point. There's going to be a delve bonus event, yada yada yada. Those things are going to help us along. You might play alts and all that, and so that's fine. The rest of the journey, I'm not really sweating over it. I think most folks are going to feel like okay doing it, especially people who just focus on delves. They're going to be all right. People who don't do delves, not a big deal. But yeah, it's just these first 2 points. They just mixed them up. That's how I'm looking at it. That's all. Yeah, 6K hours around. Wow, 6K? That's a lot. Oh, good, I have a character list shuffled. Nice to see they haven't fixed that bug. Oh, your character was shuffled? Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how to reproduce that. The main issue with Dells' patch is that they made him more annoying for no reason. Dude, so based. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just kidding. I don't know what you're talking about. So what makes him more annoying for you, right? Bounty may be locked behind Delver's journey, but hey, at least it's not ecological succession. Yeah, I'm seeing people like trashing on that too. I'm like, it's just a thing of dailies, or it's just a weekly. I think people are like over obsessing over like the unlock quest line. People are like go 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 when it's not. It's at least the way that it's framed to me, super cozy, chill. First heroic boss, farmed us for a good 10 tries. It's a pretty strong wall. Get it? Wall because it has wall mechanics. Clever. Clever, clever. Alright, let's get high. Let's go. Where is it? There we go. Keys are more annoying to get, and Delver's journey is locked behind getting a keys. That's a bad combo. But I'd say the keys feel... I mean, we get more keys total. It's just that, the grind's different because you have, you only get like half the coffer keys. And that is something that I'm with you on too. Like, the way that, up until now, the way that these pinnacle caches have been, the game has been communicating to us, hey, here's all these activities, do what you want, right? With this season, it's still kind of that, but they're also saying, but you'd be more efficient if you went to Koresh, right? because people want those extra keys. Now, on the other hand, you can just avoid crash. Be like, no, fuck it. I'm just going to go with like how things normally are. And you would still get the same amount of keys. And then you'd still actually be okay. You're just ignoring crash. So some mental gymnastics is involved. I'm really good at that, if you haven't noticed. So talk to someone. Oh. Hello, Alec. Wait. Did we always do this? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Okay, so I was looking around in the same spot for 2 minutes trying to release the bees. That shouldn't be... Well, that feels like maybe a bug then. I mean, at least I didn't have any problems. You just go to where the map tells you to go, and then the extra action button appears, and that's about it, I think. Right? Alright. Oh, get off. Oh, wait. Get off. Well, Nemesis. How do you slide on water? There's an extra action button you get shortly after starting this. Shortly after starting the belt. Or, I'm sorry, shortly after you defeat the boss and the mushroom thing. It's just part of the quest. Work. Thank goodness for a spore bit kind of experience. Okay, I'm guessing that's Grim. Grim usually does that. Yep. Morning, Grim. Have I encountered the portals? Yes. I got one just in the previous delve I was in. All right. I was watching it over on YouTube, but I'm home now. You're home now. So what do I do again? Oh yeah, the bad guys. Find bad guys, fill up the bar. GG. Actually, no. Find bad guys, unleash spore bits. Oh, there's one. No, come here. Spore bit. Nah. I know they got rid of the cloak drops, but they could have done something similar with belts. I mean, how do you do that though? Do they make it so like nothing under hero track belts will drop or something like that? I mean, some sim people are trying to say, well, the belt will, what's it called? The belt will only be replaced if you get like a triple mythic version and blah, 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 blah. But since we know there's going to be a turbo boost now maybe maybe at the same time there might be some nerf to it. Who knows? Alright, no gate this time. Yeah, the cloak is a definite lock. The belt is a bit subjective, but at least some sim people are saying, well, for this spec and that spec, it is a slot lock because everything else sucks. So that in that case, that's a tuning problem. Helps when running meme runs. Damn right. Like the guilds, well, they shouldn't be, But I'm sure some of them will be like, "Oh, I threw Cersei Circlet away like right at the start of the season." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Well, that was a mistake. You clearly have not been in the guild that long." So, yeah, we are definitely going to try another no healer run. It's like the law at this point. If there is some like MacGuffin-y kind of thing we can take advantage of, yeah, you're damn right we're going to try doing this damn place with no healers. Alright, there's thing. I might do this delve again for the bounty thing. Might as well. Not that it's like super fast, but it's like my favorite. I got 3 of them. I think I just skip these guys and just go straight for, yeah, straight down here. Unlock the thingy. And Nemesis packs. This is a great place for Nemesis packs, actually. This place is like so packed. Oh, I missed them. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Boom! Do it again. Boom! And do it again. Boom! Okay, they're still alive. These guys are very persistent. Come on, buddy. Go down. How many spore bits can you take? Okay. Cool. Under control. Under control. And we're done, actually. Oh, no, 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 no. I want to do the Nemesis packs. What am I talking about? There we go. I remember your question, once Dub becomes the main leveling thing, do you think they'll nerf Rishi Rep so Twinks can't get it? Well, that depends if they do that. Are they going to make War Within like the main thing? You know, they've been talking about how they want to revamp leveling and stuff. We can't say for sure if Chromie Time is going to be in that future. Based on our previous expansions. I feel like Dragonflight was a good, you know, it felt like a good start at the time because of like all the new features and, you know, talents and all that stuff. I'm skeptical that War Within is a good way to lead things off. You know, like, hey, champion, you just finished Exile's Reach. Thanks for helping out the Horde Alliance and blah, 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 blah. Here's some, you know, faction propaganda. And then Dalaran gets blowed up. And then here we are in this other spot. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I don't think War Within is a good spot to try this out, and I'm kind of like banking on whatever revamp that they're going to eventually do. What sucks is that it's just gonna feel broken for a bit longer, maybe.
Time for some dynamite.
If you're doing a set of 3 expansions for one story, would you not want them to do the first one? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I gotta experience that story first to be like, oh, this should be it for sure. Damn it! I still haven't been doing my damn inventory shit. Oh, where's my Jeeves? Jeeves. I could have swore I was like clearing stuff out. Oh, I cleared out my reagents. Okay, well, okay, there's that. I was a lot of gear that I got to play with. Okay, so what is Brand's XP thing now? Is it still 90 something? Okay, so yeah, I seem to be stuck at 92. It's cool though. What's that? A weak glow shines, unable to push back the darkness, but revealing secrets. Secrets. Ooh, secrets. Sexy. Okay, so I should have the journey thing done. I may now acquire Delvers of Bounties. Sweet. We're doing this one again. Might as well. They could do all three as the leveling expansion. That would be pretty insane because, you know, I think players have a lot of trouble just having one expansion to use as the leveling experience because they finish early. How are you gonna have the whole saga be a thing? Unless they abridge it somehow and yada yada. So that's why I'm going back to whatever revamp that they have. So let's pretend that leveling is still janky for a while, but at the end, when the saga is over, um, two ways I can imagine this. All right, let's start with what I was saying. So like when the saga's over, maybe they can have a new leveling experience that's based off of, you know, this combination of lore walking and the World Soul Saga stuff, where you just jump into these vignettes, you jump into like these story experiences that can become, you know, the whole low level experience. You get stuff, you know, you get to experience story, yada yada yada. But then they just kind of focus you on like certain stories, story experiences and all that by having you do like that sort of quest, and it's all curated and everything, right? That could be one way to do it. The other way to do it would be they can do this sooner and take the war within only, and create these vignettes and all that stuff. So, you know, I think there's like, I think lore walking can be that vehicle if they wanted it to be. I don't know how great it would be. I still haven't done it myself yet, outside of testing. All right, I should have a here. Let me double check. What is it called again? Screeching, or what's the delve thing called? I know I have it. I just don't know the damn name of it. No, no, no. Shrieking Quartz. There we go. I knew it was somewhere. All right. Let's go. Double check brand. We good? We good. Did I get one yet? Yeah, I have a couple. I have 5 across the alts that I've been playing and all that. So I'm good for a while. Yeah, yeah.
Won't hit us with that one.
And then how much undercoin do I have? I have 5,000 on that dude. And, oh no, okay, so that kind of my total, my bad. Yeah, so I'm about like 6,000. So I'm just gonna sit on that for a while until I want to spend it on something. Warcraft was fun. I think if they developed enough quests for it and hit all the highlights of the last 20 years, it would make a wonderful way to level up current and understand what's going on once you get there. Yeah, I mean, that would be neat. Because, you know, something that I encourage for folks, but it's a double-edged sword. Hey, just go ahead and just get lost somewhere. If you see a quest line or something that interests you, you know, just go ahead and do that. But it's easy to get lost and then lost again. And then like that quest line that you picked up, it's like, how do I do it? Or how do I pick that back up again? And lore walking is a way to organize all that stuff into something that's like healthier and bite-sized. So I like how that direction is going. We'll see how it goes out. I think 10 to 70 will be Dragonflight, 70 to 80 will be War Within, then 80. Oh, I'm pretty sure they just want to stick with, like, you know, 10 to whatever the 10 to, you know, whatever the closest max level is, and then the new expansion. I don't think they're going to do it twice. That would be super awkward, I think. It's like, hey, here you have a choice up until this level, and then you don't have a choice up to this level, and then you definitely don't have a choice because now it's current content. So, yeah, we might. That's probably going to be on the bingo card, that they're going to do a big leveling thing, starting with this, or starting with Midnight. So they're gonna introduce lore walking in a big way, and that's probably it might even replace Exile's Reach or something like that. Maybe. So, like, what if, for a brand new player, your lore walking options are limited to, like, certain things, right? Because it's a way to introduce that player to the Warcraft universe. You know. But then for veterans, they get everything. You know, that, like, there are no restrictions. You just have access to all of them. Maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Let's see. Like 70 to 76 will be regular time off. War Within, then 76 to 78 will be Undermine, 78 to 80 will be Crash. Well, I'm trying to be... I know it's easier for me because I'm just talking, but I think specifically it would be, you know, I would think to myself, what they could have like these different story things, and then they could just kind of like tell the player, hey, this is the order that it happens to be in, but you can choose what you want too. But I'm not getting the treasure map. Wait, what do you mean, Caesar? Unless I'm on the second... Oh, I am. Yeah, so I'm going to... I just wanted to do this guy so I can get the shrieking thing, and then I'll just... Oh, I have to hit that stone first. That's right. Oh, but yeah, I hit the second milestone. It was definitely a grind. You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna try to be like, oh, anyone can do it. Yeah, it's so easy. Yeah, it's a grind, and it kind of sucks, but it's also, like, you know, definitely doable too. I was saying in some forum, I'm like, you know what they should do? Like, you know, I think they should acknowledge that, acknowledge the flaw with the pacing, and just give everyone in a quest, you know, just like a quick gimme, like a free 2,000 Delver's Journey experience or something like that. 2,000, 3,000. I think that would help, or I think that would mitigate what I think was their mistake. Map. There we go. Oh, I'm going backwards. Well, actually, no, I'm not really. I wanted to go for this thing. And then now I can just use that open ass area for the for Kai Bezo. Yeah. Yeah, so that was a great idea. Good thinking, Soul. Very good. Blow it all up. Do it again. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Any tips on gearing multiple characters? I'm trying to figure out the Del keys since they are one-time bonuses. Tips on gearing multiple characters. Focus on one at a time. Sorry. I guess it depends on exactly what you're trying to what you're trying to accomplish. Like, are you trying to get them all geared at the same time for keys and whatnot? Because then there's like a certain, oh boy, then there's like a certain methodology of like, okay, let me get this character to like get like this geared so that way the alt can enjoy the discounts and all that. There's a lot of things to consider if you're trying to gear multiple characters at once. The only advice that I give is no matter what, don't get caught up in the Valor Stone grind. Just don't grind for them. If you feel like you're grinding for them, just don't do that. Just focus on upgrading. Focus on finding new gear sources first. New bonus for the time walking raid is the way to go. Oh yeah, that would be for this week. Just do the time walking raid. You get huge gear from that. So I have a dumb question. The delve portals at the astral gateways are the bountiful delves for the day. The delve portals at the astral gateways, they should be, yes. Yesterday they were bugged for me. Like I was seeing yesterday's delves. So I'm like, oh, that's deceptive. That's not going to work for me. I don't know how it's supposed to be. I don't know what it is today. I didn't look, but that's how it should be. Yes. Being a tanker healer for user groups. Yep, that too. Trying to be a flex healer if we're missing one on raid nights, which means you're a healer. Which means you're a healer unless stated otherwise. Anyway, shrieking thingamabobber. Thumper, let's go. Oh, so this thumper works the same way too. Or it looks the same, kind of. Or it acts the same. How about that?
Time to face our fears.
Alright, masker things. Where are you at? Here it comes, baby. 1, 2, 2. Right. That's how it was yesterday as well. Oh, and then the lines are going to happen too. That's the other reason why I wanted to be here. Oh, wow, the lines are... Okay, the elevation here really does fuck with you still. So, whenever you use your thumper, definitely try to use it in like as flat of an area as you can get away with, because otherwise, yeah, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. As I saw, like, I'm like, oh, that line looks short. I'm like, nah, it's not short. It's like going right into the ground. So it's not a very thick set of lines, right? Or like, you know, that kind of thick. Doing 11s with the DPS is kind of tricky. It can be, yeah. For sure. But my advice there would, is you are a tank. You're just taking damage, and you are, for better or worse, you're dependent on Brand to help keep you up. You're just going to have to, make sure that he's healing. That's your best play. You gonna go away yet? Okay, there we go. Yay. And Delver's Bounty. Fatality. All right. Let's finish the fight. By first, oh, I'm going this way. Let's go. I'll just keep going backwards, I guess. Now, I don't know if it was ground clutter. I think it's actually like the elevations here that were obscuring it, because like straight up, like the lines looked shorter. I'm like, uh-oh, that's not good.
Nice find.
My priest is only 625. I guess I grind normal delves. Oh yeah, there's lots of gearing opportunities for you, dude. At that item level, for sure. Yeah, you can go anywhere. You could do the campaign first. Shit. Yeah, a campaign will get you like what, 650 or something like that. Yeah. Don't don't try and jump into like the deep end too soon. You're just asking for trouble. Time walking this week as well. That's a good way. I mean, hell, the time walking drops are upgrades for you. You know, just like doing the dungeons. So the thing is, you know, at least based on your item level, you're not racing, are you? Yeah, no need to rush. Chill, take your time. Don't compare your item level to other people. You're just kind of asking for it. I wasn't thinking I clicked skip campaign. Oh, so you did the campaign once already. Ah. Yeah, my early tip was, hey, if you're gonna do the campaign, do it on an alt. Actually. Oh shit. Yeah, it would have been to do the campaign on an alt. That way,
Time let's use some harder hitting
um,
ones.
that way, that alt will get the gear, and your main, well, it's not upgrades anyway, so who cares? I watched your Legion remix video and loved it. My question is, like Pop remix, is Blizzard going to let us take the new tunes to retail when it's done? Yes. So when you feel like pulling them out, you can pull them out. Alright, let's try to be careful. This is a kind of a dangerous path. Nemesis plus the fear dude. Oh, wow, Nemesis got vaped pretty quick. But then again, like, you get hit by a spore bit, you're just done. What's up, Fel? How you doing? There's no one doing that choice, right? Correct. There's no one doing that choice. So my advice now would be to do everything. Shit. Do world content, do like the special assignments, you know, both in the new and the older zones. You get hooked the fuck up. Hell, the gear that you get from doing the special assignments and the legacy season stuff, that's going to still get you adventure level gear, which is higher than what you would get from the explorer gear you get from the campaign. Gear is everywhere. You don't need to aim that high. You know, don't punish yourself by trying to do that. Or, you know, you don't need to skip. First boss is a DPS wall for the race, so yeah, a lot of people just aren't bothered until they get good gear. Oh wait, apparently not many people are in the race because my guild went in Mythic to just target dummy the first boss, and they showed up on the Liquid top 10 90% for a few. That's kind of funny. Oh, I bet, like, because you got to get past that. So what happens if you don't break the shield? Because at least on normal, nothing happens when the, you know, however long the shield is up. But I guess there might be like some sort of like damage you take over time, and then it gets worse. You know, pretty familiar mechanic, right? Will I be streaming the WoW Gamescom stuff? Absolutely. Hell yeah. Oh, which reminds me, that's what I was looking at. Blizzard put out something. Here we go. Opening night live. So, starts at 11 a.m. My time. So that's like during normal stream hours. We're just gonna have a long day. We're now sharing all the full VODs of developer panels from the Gamescom show floor shortly after the conclusion of the panels. Nice. Nice. These dev presentations will serve the same purpose as so depending on how long stream is, we'll watch and share with what we can on Tuesday, and then maybe on Wednesday we'll just like sit and then watch more of them together. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I'll have opportunity to learn stuff, housing, yada 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 yada. Okay, so here we go. We got times, baby. Sexy. Okay, so August 21st at 13 CS. Oh, I don't know what that time means, but we'll figure it out later. So this is going to be a thing with Mary Hamilton, and then probably, arguably, the more interesting thing: the systems download, Dave Dapper into the futures of Midnight. So here's what I'm interested in. What else is going to happen? It's not just going to be housing stuff, because Paul Cubitt, he does kind of like Ian. He has his tendrils in a little bit of everything, from world to encounter design, blah blah blah. The other associate game directors, they have a bit of a focus on stuff. So like Jeremy Fiesel, his focus is on the live content stuff, the thing that people like talking shit about. I feel bad for him, but he does that. And then Morgan Day is mostly with like raids, dungeons, and encounters and stuff like that. So 4 of them. That's pretty heavy. But yeah, what's the feature going to be? Is it going to be like you must join the light or the void and blah blah blah, or is it going to be here it's back, the Netherlight Crucible, but super juiced up? What's it going to be? It'll be kind of fun. The big thing is more so reaching the final room. Yeah, but then if we never break the shield, what happens? Because what matters is not breaking the shield. It's what you do between the shield phases, right? But I don't know. Whatever. I'm sure we'll probably find out when we try it on heroic. The first time we'll be like, all right, let's see how this feels. Oh shit, so that'll be fun. I think people got like I think a lot of folks that showed up, that they got some decent drops yesterday though. So I'm hoping that this will give us a really, really nice boost coming into the last few bosses in normal, and then we can like maybe take a peek at heroic maybe today. So that'd be fun. Local time. Oh, it's +9. +9. What they should have done is just always talk in Blizzard time, because that's all that matters. Grab yourself a tanking sword and then tanking trinket. Nice. What trinket did you get? I actually do want to hit the 3rd milestone for delves. I don't think I'll be able to. I won't be able to stomach doing it before reset. But I'll definitely have it done by next week, because I want to buy. I do want to really try out this one delve trinket that gives stamina, which is kind of dumb, but it also has this like bubble and damage proc to it that seems pretty good. I just want to be able to really feel it on my main to get an idea of like how that feels though. Yeah, because I do want to replace this 626 at some point. At some point I want to replace it, just haven't gotten around to it. I think the rate is too soon around tier gear. First boss was such a DPS check on heroic. I don't think that's such a big deal. Because tier is a given these days. It's definitely expected. We've gone away from those days of oh man, am I ever going to complete my tier set bonus? Like, those days are over. You will have between all the different ways of gearing, yeah, you will finish quick. It's just a matter of, is it 2 weeks? Is it 3 weeks? Or are you just really unlucky? Maybe.
You're looking a bit rough. Take a wee rest.
Oh wait, these guys don't drop XP anymore. So I think I'll just. I think I still need to go around. Whee! Yes, I have 2Ps, plus I have a third tier spot that has champion gear in it. So I'm pretty good on gear currently. Nice. Yeah, once I'm done with this, I'm gonna do some gearing. I don't know if I'll craft anything yet. My greedy ass does kind of want to wait until I have 60 thingies. You know, crests, gilded crests. And then oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh shit. If this don't reset, I'll be a little tilted, but that's not, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Fuck, man. In a moment that we all get our personal flashlight toy. Doing a creator class for housing is wild work. Oh, was it specifically for housing? I thought it was a creator class for like other stuff. Yeah, I thought it was going to be for like, you know, raids or some shit like that. Please don't reset Delve. Please don't reset Delve. If it resets, I'm going to buy myself a treat because I'll be depressed. Nope, it's fine. Darn, no treat for me. All right. There goes my excuse.
Stand back while I clear this away.
Okay, so inventory is full row, right? Yeah, of course. Let's go straight to the good shit. Where is it? Heavy trunk. Too many chests in here, dude. There we go. Got my gildeds. And oh, was that a trinket? Fuck. Yep, that's not what I wanted. I got a spore bit. Spore bit. The true delve partner. Yeah, whatever to that. Wait, why is, oh, because it's the wrong thing. Okay, I don't need a super mana potion. Alright. Alright, all done. So, what trinket is this again? Chaotic Nethergate. Release the Nethergate, flooding your location with corrupted mana, dealing damage every 1 second to enemies inside, and heal for... heal. No, that sucks. Yeah. Yeah, and you heal for up to 4,800 for 480k. That ain't shit. Well, 480k every second. But then that's a 2-minute cooldown. Ah, that sucks. Boo. Oh well, disappointing. Let's go home. It's a housing build competition like a 90s HGTV game show. Nice. Oh, so that means they're going to get practice beforehand? Ugh, jealous. Oh well. I hope it's the people that do it are they're doing it because they really want to do it and not because they just want to be the first to stream housing stuff. There's a news post about it right ahead of the one that I looked at. Let's see. Ah, the viewer's guide. Okay. So, housing is going to be done on Wednesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Oh, my ass ain't going to be up for that. Yeah, I'm good. So if it's going to happen on Wednesday, that means I guess I guess those folks, they should have access to it on, beforehand, because they got to practice. It'd be super scuffed if they're like, all right, we're gonna drop you in, and for some people it might be their first time experiencing it. They're like, because I'm trying to remember how many actual WoW creators were there, um, in Boston. It was um, me, Taliesin, Preach, Dratnos, Zepla, Llama. That's six. Um, what's his name? Asfan was there. That's seven. I think that's it. Yeah. So the magnificent seven of us have like the most housing experience so far. Well, but then that's going to get thrown out the window anyway because who knows how the UI and stuff is going to be like. Oh yeah, she focuses on Final Fantasy 14, but she also plays WoW. So I think it's because of her experience there, and her and Lamentat as well, because he focuses mostly on 14. Um, but I think that was a way to like reach out to other audiences too. Esfan, even though he's more classic, he's still like a big face for the WoW community. And then there's Preach and Taliesin and Dratnos, and then me, yay! So, but yeah, who's gonna be part of the housing thing? I'm gonna be a little curious. 4 creators per day, 3 timed rounds per show, theme-based building. I think it just would have been best. I sent messages to the housing lead person, Jesse Kalanchik, and I'm like, dude, you just need to have that one guy do the demo. That's it. People will eat that up. As in have like an actual developer, have an actual pro who knows what to do, really like show off like what's capable, what's possible. It would it would sell gangbusters. People would buy tickets for that kind of shit. It would do well, is what I'm saying. Oh, there is a list. Oh shit. Okay. So housing participants are nobodies. I'm just kidding. Um, let's see. Marcelin's doing. Who do I know? Zari's doing it. Yeah. So reaching out to the classic community too, which is cool. I am mad. Now, are any of them housing pros? We'll see. We'll see if they just try to make dicks and the real content. Let's see, and then who else is there? So this is the during the show we'll have a range of terrific talent, bringing you all the action in both English for online audiences and German. Okay, so who's part of the short list, baby? And Thomas Never there. Okay, so this is commentating, I guess. Yeah, seems like it's more of a commentating sort of thing. I don't know who's based out of North America or not. Most of these folks I don't know. So I know Asfan is US, but that's it. That's all I know. Hmm. And then from here, I think Zari and Peekaboo are US. I think those guys does as well. Uh, not familiar who Skara is, so. Now I'm assuming that most people are EU because they're local-ish. Yeah, and that's fine. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So I'm gonna finally start gearing up. Let's finally put on gear. So I do want to use 2-piece. So I'm gonna put on this one, the 688. I'm gonna put on these legs, 694s. Um, how do I want to do this? So I'm not gonna do anything with the boots yet. I could make a weapon if I really wanted to. I mean, I guess I could make a weapon and then I'll remake it next week into a, nicer thing. Oh, I didn't even notice did this thing even show up? Yeah, was I fighting anything that would give me, let's see. What kind of boss is Bog Piper, I think is a boss. Did it show up at all? Nope. But I don't even know what kind of elemental damage that thing does. So, oh well. I'll try it someday. Scary and Toast is US. Okay. You don't want boots because you want the Demon Hunter boots from. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do want to eventually recraft this because I got to move my Darkmoon Fair embellishment. I think so far the most eligible candidate is a neck. I don't think there's like good enough necks for me to want to like hold off for a drop. Actually, let me look. Let's find out, shall we? Actually, first let's commit. Let's commit and go for these leg tier things. So I can get myself a 2-piece bonus. So that'll give me that thing plus this thing, which is champion. So this will be the one thing that I upgrade, like the hero stuff. But I won't use any gilded yet. I'm gonna save the gilded for like cooler shit. Am I familiar with Guild Wars 2 storyline progression? No, not in the slightest. I wish they did something similar in WoW. It would greatly improve the experience of new players who want to go through the story from first expansion to last. Yeah, I have no idea. Like, the problem I had with Guild Wars, was I wasn't exactly guided anywhere, and then I just got lost. Yeah. There wasn't like a clear campaign-y kind of thing. It was just like, here's a shitload of quests that I keep picking up because I just kind of wandered into a new area. And then I got confused. And the gameplay overall, I wasn't having a great time either. Maybe I was doing it wrong. So, because the game's still going for a reason. Maybe it just doesn't click with me. So, actually, no. Let me walk that back. Maybe it's inferior. Right. Okay, so I got 2-piece. I'm gonna stick with that forever. Might as well save my thing for now. But yeah, as for other stuff, not changing the ring. Using this trinket now. I think that's all I'm gonna. Is that all I'm gonna do? No, because I do have other stuff. Well, now that I broke this, do I really care about having the 2-piece bonus from the earlier season? Is it really a big deal? Because it just gives me like a little bit more damage, only for only 10 seconds, and like that's it. So maybe I don't care about it. Maybe I can go ahead and break this and I can like, get a little bit of extra item level, but it's not much and the stats might not be things that I care about. Yeah, haste verse and crit. Ugh, so much verse. Can't have that. Yeah, that's lame. I don't want that. I like the feeling of wandering during low levels, but after I get a hang of a game, I need some direction. Guild Wars 2 doesn't have quests in random places. There's different expansions. Hearts do not count as quests. Well, I don't know what hearts are. WoW used to have you level through each expansion, but they split it out when they did the level a squish. Yeah, but even then, you would just... I mean, the reason why they altered leveling so much was because there were so many instances where you would go to a zone and you'd level up kind of a lot, and then you need to wander really far to go to the next zone that actually gave you levels, and that was just kind of weird. You do activities in an area and it completes hearts and you get a currency. Okay. Hearts are when you go into an area and there's a side quest which is pretty much standalone. That's right. And then I don't know what happens as you got more stuff or as you completed more things. Yeah. Anyway. As for trinkets, that one kind of sucks. Yeah, there's not much for me to play with. Let me actually start selling some stuff because my inventory is just awful,
Greetings, sir.
like exceptionally awful. Like here's all the, yeah, like all the PvP stuff I need to throw into the bank.
Believe I was done talking to you.
My directive is to serve you.
All right, Astral, I believe is what it's called. Nope, that's not it. Open the bank.
I have calibrated my prices to be reasonable.
Thank God for these extra slots. I can actually fit more stuff in here. All right, any warbound stuff? I don't. It doesn't look like it. Okay, there is some warbound stuff. And inventory is full. Excellent. Stash those there for now. And then I need to get rid of stuff.
Directive has been fulfilled.
Or they do it with campaign. Okay. My wife got into a guild a few years ago, and they run a weekly thing where they do races and stuff. And Blish gives good padding for the races, like foot race, flying race.
I've seen things that would scare you shellfish.
All right, what sucks? That can go. A lot of things can go. Let's see. That can go. Okay, a lot of these I think can maybe go. Oh, catalyst stuff. Shit. Okay, I can't get rid of everything, but I'll get rid of the blue stuff for the most part. And then I'll go from there. Yeah, don't need those things. I am kind of butthurt that I still have yet to see the tank, because like the other paladins when I was doing the questing, like they happen to unlock, or not unlock. They happen to get the tanking trinket that I've been wanting to play around with. So I'm like, I'm butthurt. I'm a little butthurt over that. Like, yo, what about me, man? Okay, so that helps. That should help a little bit. I very often know what I'm talking about, but when I speak, my brain fucks things up. Oh, that dude, that's 100% me. Yeah, that's why I script everything. Ooh, man. Guild Wars 2 has all areas for you need to reach max level gathered around the same spot for each race's team. I do agree that it looks very messy when you don't know the game. Though, I think that's just a symptom of any really, really big game. Like, how do you handle all these things? You know, WoW does what it does. Guild Wars 2 does what it does. Final Fantasy 14, you know, like for them, it's like, oh, we'll just still have everything like as is, and then, you know, without paying extra money, you do everything. You know, you go through the entire campaign, like it or not. You know, all different approaches, all earn their own successes and ire and all the same. So, okay, so was there anything else I want to do? 677. I can go higher than this, man. If I switch out this string. If I switch this trick out to something normal. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. But it won't. Okay, I at least want to... Okay, I'll upgrade the hero shit.
This world is vast and wondrous.
So I'll bring it to 4, right? So I'm using ruined, I'm using ruined. Using ruined is fine. Do I want to bring this one up? I am using it, but I hate it. I hate it because it's an on-use. If it wasn't an on-use, I'd be cool with it. But it's an on-use, so I hate it. I guess I could bring the tier up as well. Oh, but I don't have enough ruined. Yeah, so that'll spend the rest of it. I mean, it would be the best use of my ruined for this week. Like, I'm definitely not switching these out. Yeah. Commit. Ruined. Carved. Oh, wait, spending. I have to use card for that? Ill. Oh, well. So there's that. And then if I really want to, I can craft something. But then if I crafted something, like, is that really going to, like, get me anywhere? Because, like, let's say if I want to make, not shoes, a ring. No, not a ring. Send order shortly, okay. Or a new helmet. So if I wanted to take this dude and it bugs out. Gotta hate when it does that. Like, you have to be at the damn crafting table to see the recraft stuff. Otherwise it goofs up. Apparently crafted legs are bis. Well, for who? There's like 30 something specs. So helmets, and if I want to bring this buddy up to higher, bring that, gotta take that off, and then we're at this one. So I'd get 10 item level out of that? Do I give a shit? Nah, that's not enough, man. Well, then again, would I care? I just need 3 gears and a lens and whatever, and then I can just bring it up. No. I want to use the spark on something cooler. So I think I'll wait till next week. Yeah, I might wait till next week and wait. No, next week is a spark week. So like right now, I can get I can do the helmet, and then next week I'll just make sure I use gilded and do that for the weapon. Yeah. Do you think 11.25 will be released somewhere around September 20th or 25th? According to my handy dandy calendar, 11.25 is estimated to come the week of the 30th. So, not legs, my bad wrists. I do have it kind of earmarked. Like, I've been making engineering wrists for the most part. So sadly, like the embellishment thing, you know, if I want to get the Darkman Fair thingamajigger, I'm going to have to use probably the neck, because Cersei Circlet is still a slot lock for me. I'm going to keep using that thing. The healing from it is still too effective for me to, you know, not use it. This guy has still not sent his order. I'm just kind of waiting for him to send me a thing. Come on, baby. Halloween Labyrinth. Someone's talking about race class combos. I'm still convinced that it's either shaman or paladins. One of those two things are going to be like, okay, everyone can be it. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. This guy still hasn't sent an order. Yo, man. Hey, a thing. A rifle. Sure. A free, 400 gold? No problem. Casters with engineering lose out on the risk because we have too many slots locked by a set. Sucks to be a caster, man. Sucks to be a caster. I admit, though, doing the one button shit with the Warlock felt kind of nice. I don't know how bad of a DPS loss that it is, but it's... I'm seeing hella demons, and they're all chucking hella stuff, and that felt cool. And I didn't have to, you know... I didn't have to worry so much about, like, getting the proper rotation in. I just want to look at the pets, just like, you know, just going nuts. And that feels cool. So, very, very noob point of view, but, oh well. That's easy. Just sent. Cool. $5,000. Not bad, buddy. Not bad. Thank you. Don't unlock with one button's fun. I'm sure it's not going to feel as fun. You know, if I were to actually try to play it with the guild and be like, oh, okay, so here's how much fun I'm having, and then I look at the meters like, oh, here's how I'm doing. Like, oh, then it's not going to feel as cool. But, oh well. That's okay. Michael recommended that we all try one button this week. I turned it on for the 4th boss in Omega, and I appreciated it more than I expected. I've just been telling the guild, I don't care what you do, you know, just show up, do well, don't stand in shit, and, you know, however you want to do it, or however you want to play, you know, the option's there, so. Demo is the one most affected by the one button, but it's still marginal. It's the most affected, but it's marginal? Oh, out of the lock specs, okay. Got it. Well, I imagine like Affliction will be the most affected because most of their stuff is instant. You know, it's and on the global, so they're gonna feel that the most, which sucks. Okay, so that crafting is done. Somehow I gained 100,000 gold this week, I think. So, anything else? I don't think so. I do want to find out, like, if this shield is effective, though. Does the tanking target dummy... I think the damage it does is magic. So, let's see. Alright, so this is going to be... What sucks is that the hero thing will affect this in a weird way. So Holy Bulwark is going to, like, just dominate the entire time. But I do want to see if that other... I just want to see if the shield shows up. Because I think the shield... I think the damage I take from that is... some element, I think. Shadow or something like that. I'm just not seeing it. Something damage taken. There you go. Uber Strike is Shadow. Okay, so we'll see if how well that shows up. Because sometimes target dummies just don't quite work. And 20% loss from sim is marginal. Most people don't get too much closer to perfect doing it themselves. Yeah, I think like one of the something important to point out is if you do a blue parse, you're doing all right. Blue is pretty good. You know, it's when you're green or gray or whatnot, that's when it's like, okay, there's like definitely room for improvement and all that. But some people are like, oh, if I'm not 80, then I'm literal garbage. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get over yourself. Alright, let's see. Where are we at so far? Tome shows up, and I'm not even using it on use. Wait, where's the Swarmlord? Oh, wow. Whoa, Scared is all the way down there. Is it because my macros are funny? Oh, my macros are funny. Whoops, wrong one. It's in the wrong slot. Probably for a single target, but anytime you need to multi-dot, I guess it's just going to recommend agony for every new target. I think that is true, right? I think. Alright, Shield Warrior. Yeah, I think this might not be fire enough, right? Because 2-minute cooldown and the bubble, the absorption lasts for 30 seconds. It's just not showing up yet. Or, actually, let me look at my buff durations. So, Ascendance, Ascension, blah, 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 blah. Nope, not seeing it. I have a feeling that the target dummy just doesn't proc it, which is a shame. That means I'll have to do like Raid Finder or something. No, I don't want to do that. New favorite thing of the season, Foot Bomb. Dude, Foot Bomb's a fucking beast. They're probably gonna nerf it, watch. But yeah, those things are hella strong by comparison. Is the boss dead? Is less than half the group dead? If yes to both, then everyone is doing fine. Everything else is ego pumps. I try to tell, like, sometimes people will come to me, like, after a fight or after a progression night, and they'll be like, oh man, I'm, sorry that I didn't do so great, tonight, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. Like, we killed it. Like, you were here and it died. That means whatever it is that you did, you were here, you still get credit for the kill. Yeah. Some folks, they apply a lot of self-pressure themselves, and part of the wrangling that I do, even, as small as it is to help manage folks mentally like that, and be like, don't worry, you're here, just enjoy yourself, have a good time, and when we have problems, I'm going to bring it up, but before that, yeah, don't trip. Yeah, still not seeing the buff stuff. Any healing there? Nope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just not showing up. Well, that sucks. True. Hey, what's up, dude? Oh, wow. It's been a while. How you doing, dude? Okay, I have yet to do the new delve. not on live realms. So let's actually do it this time. Might be fun. It's good. Guess what? What? Does that have something to do with nuts? Something nuts. All right. Oh, I totally missed this too. By the way, thank you, Watcher Joshua, for the Prime. Appreciate that a lot, dude. Yeah, next week is going to be a long week. Party week, man. So I think, so considering the times when some of these panels happen, yeah, I'll have to look at like when the panels happen. Do I want to be a total psycho and like try to be up for like some of these? So this is happening at 11. So that's in the morning. Do I want to be there for it, or do I want to be on for this? I don't know. Like, if I'm up, because I can be one of those crazies and try to be on so I can do like quick reactions and stuff. Maybe I will do that for the sake of like quick reactions, and then in the morning, oh god, next week is gonna be so fucking grueling, dude. Oh boy. I don't know. Yeah, this is gonna be rough. So 9-hour difference, huh? So I need to be up at 4. I need to be up at 4 in the morning for this panel, and then 2 days later, on the 23rd. That's a Saturday. Shit. Oh no. Oh, oh boy. My week, that week is gonna be so cooked. I don't know what I'll do. Hey, what's up, dudes? This is Soul with another video, and we're going to go over systems, download, diving deeper into the features of Midnight. Please like the video, subscribe for more stuff, and let's get going. Yeah, that's a... Ooh. See, Bob is going to be doing a lot of work next week, man. Whoo. I did buy a fresh bag of coffee just the other week, so I'll be fine. Oh man, I'll be counting on D to help me out towards the weekend, because yeah, that's gonna be something. That's gonna be something. All right. Cool. What's the best way to level Bran through 11s, right? Basically, yes, but the XP that you get is pretty good just leveling wherever. So I've been doing like, I'd say the most important thing would be to look out for those misplaced curios and just make sure you're farming those up too, because that's a big source. It's really good. So make sure, you know, no matter what level you are doing, make sure you pick those up. But otherwise, as for whichever delve level you're doing, just do the one that you feel like you're clearing the fastest or the best. You know, I'd say focus on that. Bob front facing as it should be. I know it is. It sucks because since I drink from this side, like his eyebrows are slowly going away. Slowly. Did they fix the curiosities? I don't know what was wrong with the curiosities. What happened with those? I thought they were working fine. They were not giving him XP. Oh, I think I might have reached some sort of like artificial cap or something like that, because I'm already 92. That's pretty fast. Yeah, so still 92. So I don't know if there's like yeah, they threw down some wall or whatever, because I'm pretty much like one thing away. Not even one thing away. But yeah, I'm also not getting XP from kills either. So that's what that's telling me. It's 28 bountiful dells. I mean, whatever that count is. Yeah. That's one of the... I try not to speak it. I try not to talk about progression like that, because that's kind of the double-edged sword of having deterministic paths and all that, is that when you have that, nerds like me are going to map that sort of stuff out and give people the information, and then that usually usually the result of that, it feels really heavy. They'll be like, what, it's gonna take this long to do it? That fucking sucks. So you get, to me, that's what I consider like this double-edged sword of transparency. Sometimes it ends up discouraging people rather than being like, oh, because some people will see it differently. Like, oh, okay, so now I kind of have a good idea of, based on my regular play, this is what I'll do. Others are going to look at it like, oh, so I gotta sweat, and in order to meet this minimum requirement, I gotta do all this, and that really sucks. I think not everyone can mentally handle that. And it just turns into bad news no matter what. Shit, my brand's like in the 30s, Lamau is such a slacker. I mean, you're just not doing them, that's all. If you're doing delves, then you get the XP. If you don't do delves, then you don't get the XP. That's it. There's no race, man. I'm not going to tell you guys, oh, it's easy, just do it. Go ahead, faster, or else you're bad at the game. Just relax. 23, you get the keys to your new house. Oh shit. Oh, congrats on the new home, dude. Hell yeah. And I'm collecting energy. And that is not a portal. Okay, I want to keep an eye out to see if this thing fires off ever. Ever. Oh shit. You only did one bountiful last night. They weren't giving XP. What level's your brand, Mort? $81. That's weird. I wonder why. What did you do? No. Okay, so cookies, and I'm pretty sure I needed to make sure I clear the floor. Because I think when I did this in test, I was just wandering around oh, let's go here. Oh, and that was not a good idea. I had to super backtrack. I think I had to backtrack all the way back here to finish up. Does Brand have a catch up? If Brand's level isn't, I think if it's lower than 80, then you should get increased XP levels. Should. And now it's not tracking the healing. Oh, no. Oh, it's not tracking the healing because I'm not healing. Brilliant. Come on, mobs, deal damage. Nope. Did nothing and undermine that just did not resonate with me. That's how it goes. Unfortunately. Some folks just don't like goblins. What's the best brand combo, MO? I've been using the Haterang and the Aegis, mostly. I think everything's at rank 4 now, so now it gives me this the opportunity to like play with the others. I want to see how, let's see how well the clone works. Let me walk back to the entrance and then see how it might look. Oh, there it is. Oh, it showed up. Reactive webbing. Yeah. Wait, 1 million? That's it? 2 million. Okay, because the shield is still up somewhere there. Okay, maybe it's gone now, but okay. Okay, so it shows up eventually. Go us. Okay, let me make sure this area is clear first. I want to get all of the cookies. This game next to be kind of slow. I thought they were making Valor Stones uncapped and not transferable. Did they decide not to do that? They said nothing about uncapping Valor Stones. They are still capped. Your brand resets? As in his XP went down or something? Now, since this expansion is kind of over Torghast or Delves? Over Torghast or Delves? I can never find the Flicker Gate in this delve. I don't know if I saw an indicator that a Flicker Gate was around here at all. They're trying to attack on the pitch. Sounds of crash, throw energy. Oh yeah, what is that converter thing? The sounds are really good. I still haven't really, I haven't quite seen it with because I was playing my Warlock and my Hunter. So you know, pet classes. I was using BM as for my Hunter as well. So that doesn't really count. I guess it helps to bring them together a little bit, but I didn't quite notice. So. Alright, how do I get out of here again? I wanted to switch from the Haterang to the clone. It's one of these openings. I just didn't quite notice which one I took. Shit. Yeah, I actually don't. Oh well. I guess I'll have to progress instead. Just need to figure out where to go. Not that way, I don't think. I think it was this way. That's like a way down, I believe. Yeah, folks got tilted over the fact that one, Valor Stones never reset, but two, you know, there's the campaign and all the other things that you do for Valor Stones, and people are like, well, grr, I should be able to have these things be uncapped because I'm getting all these extra Valor Stones. And you know, basically that's kind of what happens at the start of any season. You get a lot of starting Valor Stones with respect to the folks who didn't you know, hoard and otherwise farm up before the season started. Yeah, I was trying to tell folks, you know, if you have like maybe 1,000 or so, you'll be in a good spot. You know, spread 1,000 across your characters, especially the ones that you may not be playing as much, because that'll help out a lot. But if you have 2,000, then that's a mistake. You shouldn't be fully capped going into the new season. And then there's the whole mindset of, you know, oh, is it a wasted currency or not? You know, that's kind of a mindset. Okay. Hatarang or Hatarang? I say Hatarang because it just sounds better. Or it's Hater. I'm sure it's hat. But I'm going to keep saying Hatarang. Do you not glide forward on your pally with a Rishi cloak? Glide? No. How do you glide? Or how, like, you can actually have a glide animation? Or like a slow fall? Because I haven't noticed that. Tried double jumping? No? No double jump here. I mean, yeah, because I don't have the Dell, or I don't have the buff that gives me the thing. I don't have the thing that gives me the double jump. You know, the Dell power up. All right, let's do the roulette. There we go. All right. Let's see how we do. It's not bad. As in, it's pretty bad. Ooh, suddenly Pandaria shoulder. I dig that. If I double jump, I glide forward. Nice. Welcome to being a Drakthir. You a Drakthir warrior? Because that's all I can think of. Yeah. Otherwise, how? Yeah. I like the sounds even on the tank. I've never even seen it. When the few times I was using it on my tank, I never noticed it. You doing it in raid on my warrior? Yeah, no idea. Maybe I wasn't trying to jump enough. So you're a Dark Iron Drakthir. Got it. Surprise! The dwarves' true identity. Dun dun dun. A Drak Iron Dwarf? There you go. Congratulations, Grim. You broke the system. You've achieved. Yeah, Tome without the proc, that's kind of high up there. Scarab is way down. I wonder if they nerfed it. I think the numbers are about the same. But I think it's mostly me not even taking damage. So I gotta take some... I have so many healy thingies and absorby things going that I gotta push if I want to see, like, the capability of all these different healing things that I'm using. So, can we get a bigger pull? Like, where are my Nemesis packs at? Yep. I've only seen 2 so far. Didn't your race change recently? Because what race were you before? It'd be kind of funny if you did happen to roll a Drakthir warrior and then your race changed to Dark Iron Dwarf, but you can still glide. Surprise! Alright, now let's see how it looks. Scarab is further up there. Oh, lesser bulwark. Wait, I get that now? I shouldn't have that. That's odd. I shouldn't have that until 4-piece. I think. Yeah, because it's called, let's see, Masterwork. Do I have that anywhere? Wait. Masterwork's there. 2-piece bonus. Shh. Don't say anything. Definitely don't say anything, guys. Everything is fine. Everything's cool. There are no bugs. No bugs in on this character. Yep. That's dope. I didn't do it. Y'all saw me. I didn't do anything weird. Yeah, we gotta progress quick. so we can take advantage of this. Yeah, this is wow. Wow, it's like busted. Shit. Oh well.
I'm going all in.
Oh, this pool bigger, man. Let's see this tier set bonus in action. Could have had a free save from Mechanome, but the guild shafted him on the pole. So these guys are really tanky. Yeah. Get this. Oh, and Brand's like smashing with the haterang. Okay. Oh wow, the webbing showed up. 6 million from that one. It's not bad. It's not bad. Scarab showed up. Everything showed up as kind of expected. Except Golden Path. Poor Golden Path. Sad song. What about Guidance? Guidance was kind of low too, but I only did 2 procs of Guidance. Yeah. Cool. I like this tier set bonus, man. This is sick. Did I vote? No. I had not noticed until like it was way late. So now what? Fuel dampeners and additional way gates constructed. Oh, Nemesis pack. Nice. And these guys. 2 Nemesis packs. Alright, game time. And a rare. Woo! Now let's see how I do. Go, Lightsmith. These guys are pretty spongy. Oh, they hurt too. Shit. Ooh, I got killed. Okay, how'd I do though? So Delve perk. The bolt, the webbing. Okay, everything was where it needed to be. Alright. Cool. Since I'm here, now I can switch to the clone. So switching from this to the no, not that one. Overlay matrix. So 60% weaker brand, which means basically 40% stronger brand. Oh, this is gonna be a long walk. Ooh, this will feel brutal. Okay. Is it worth going for 2-set that's champ and lose 4-set from the old tier that's 684? I just don't know if I should use my kettles on the champ or wait. It's always going to depend on your spec. You know, there's no easy answer to that. I know for me, like, I don't really care about the 4-set bonus for prop paladins. Like, you have to. That's a thinking man's. It's a thinking man's set bonus. Not something that I want to fret over. This set bonus is like super passive. Play Frost DK? Yeah, I would say just take a look. Feely crafted, dude. Just take a look. Yeah. You might know the answer. You just might not be sure. But I'd say just fucking run with it anyway. You know, I'm tempted to drop the 2-set bonus that I have from Undermine because it also kind of sucks anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot about using the whole phase diving thing because this thing's pretty good. Yeah, it does some good damage. And then you can pick up, like, you know, in this delve in particular with this store, you can, you know, use the ability and then it has a cooldown to it, but then you pick up the balls and then it comes off cooldown. So you can do like zip, zip, zip and just kind of go nuts. It's a pretty useful thing. It'd be more useful if I used it. Hey. Oh, I know there's that box. I just ignored it. I want it to feel like a badass. Seeing if I can take on two Nemesis packs on my own. And a rare. Which still has lower life. Interesting. So, let me... Whoo. So there's supposed to be balls around here that I think I can pick up. Not dropping as often as I'd like, but... Yeah, I forget if there were like fixed sources of this. Ooh, this hurts. Yeah, I wonder how much. I think that I'm pretty sure it does damage too. I wonder how strong it is. I used it maybe twice so far. Oh, there's a ball. Gimme, man. I think I got some killing blows off of that too. That's pretty sick. Alright, how'd we do? So... Oh, dude. The brand... Aegis did so much of the heavy lifting there.
Nice fight.
Okay, cool. Cool. Oh man, the healing things are way down there this time. That's crazy. By comparison, the Cersei Circlet didn't, did... It's like 8th, 9th, when it's usually like top 4, top 5. Or even higher. Phase Cutter did some serious damage. Holy shit. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's some serious damage. Alright, click these, I think. Yeah. I wonder if I used use the cutter thing on those mobs that do the bubble. I wonder if that instantly breaks it or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Anything else here at this level? Nope. Come on, y'all. And cut. So my crit is at 26%, and then higher whenever I pop wings. So it's gonna be at what, 30 right now, and then that brings then goes up a little bit more right there, up to 50 basically. Which means my hammer and anvil procs are like that much higher. And just does tremendous damage. For good measure, boop. Yeah. So how'd that go? So yeah, it's crazy. Like for fights with like lots of mobs, world content, delves, keys, like having high crit will just do a huge damage. Nice bonus. Not something I really need, but it's nice. Nice to have. I'm amazed we haven't gotten a Ring of Royal Grandeur equivalent. You're talking about a thing that gives us the set bonus, whatever? You know, like, hey, if you use 3 pieces of gear and then you put on this ring, then you get a set bonus. It would make for some kind of interesting gearing things, and I guess not everyone would care for it, Because it's like, oh, for the sake of stats, I would much rather have, the stats that I would get from a normal 4-piece or something like that. And then for others, it's going to be like this. So maybe that's why, people would solve it and then push the answer on people. I don't know. But I guess the other thing that would, like, what would that do, though? It would introduce the idea of, ooh, so if I get 3-piece current tier, and then 2-piece of the last tier, that would be the optimal thing to do. I guess that's why. They don't want, Blizzard doesn't want to be like, oh, okay, cool, time to progress. Hey, guys, can we go to the Mythic Raid from last season, please? So we can get like a 2-set bonus or whatever. So probably that is the deciding. What else? One of the deciding factors that's like, okay, maybe that's not such a great idea. Because some people would definitely feel compelled to roll that way. So it's the distinction of, hey, we have this solved, we know what to do, and then there's actually committing to making that build work. Would players be cool with being like, okay, we gotta go, hey guys, I really want to go down there so I can get this more optimal bonus. That'd be a social challenge, maybe. At least the me of today would be like, I don't really care. I don't need that ring because I couldn't care less about getting the 2-set bonus. Sturdy chest. Use the... Oh, that's right. That's... Oh. Going the wrong way. But since I'm here, might as well get it. Yay.
Work.
As a turbo boost feature. Now that would be kind of interesting if all the tier worked. Well, no. Well, people would get really mad. Some people would get really mad over like, oh, I gotta wait for this, I gotta jump to this raid, jump to this raid, jump to this raid in order to complete like this whole bonus. It'd be kind of cool. But in something that involves bigger group activities like this, I think people would get kind of butthurt over it. Unless you could just buy it off the vendors, Boom. All right. I wish tier was up to 6 pieces. I remember those days when it was 8. Ooh. All right. So is it here I'm supposed to go to? No. Totally wrong way. So up there, I guess. Which means I'm going here. Numbers of the reason behind 5. I know. I kind of remember they explained that at one point, but that was I think that was a long time ago. Like, why isn't there a wrist? Why is there no wrist? It's here. Actually, what would that? What slot would it be? Capes would be fucked up for tailors, so I don't think capes would be a good idea. Actually, would it be fucked up? No, it wouldn't be fucked up. Yeah, how would that go? Yeah, it'd be fucked up because then capes are like, okay, well, I guess we're not making those. Unless people wanted to have like that sort of, you know, that bit of flexibility. But do you feel like they need more love for PvPers? Absolutely. I think PvP is like the most neglected thing in WoW at the moment. Especially World PvP. So I am a big proponent of them doing like something better for outdoor PvP. I can't really... Oh, that's I gotta phase that through that. I can't really speak to... what's it called? Like rated PvP. That's not a space that I occupy in the slightest. But World PvP, it's something that I wouldn't mind doing more of if it was just more interesting. Because right now it's just not. Oh, just right in the middle of that? There's no way I'd be able to avoid that. Oh well. You don't get Valor Stones? I mean, PvPers, they don't need Valor Stones, right? Not for what they really do. No. Oh, I could just do that. I thought that wave thing detonated twice. Oh yeah, I wasn't taking a look at how Bran is doing either. Or the Bran clones. I guess we'll find out after this one. Oop. Okay, so there's a timer on the thing. And then I'll grab a little power up for the next thing. So the play is to dash preferably through the boss, and then through the shockwave thingamajigs for safety. So I'll do this. Here we go. I'll just go boop, and I can do it again. Boop. Because I think the ball just does probably the most damage out of anything that I do. That's why he has such a high HP pool, because you're probably just meant to use this. So like, how'd that go? So yeah, phase cut is pretty high up there. The tier set bonus is like the #1 thing. Sheesh. Anyone catch themselves trying to use their mouse wheel to zoom in while watching people play WoW? That's happened a couple times. Not WoW, but like other games. I'll look at something and then I'll absentmindedly want to mouse over something because I want to look at a tooltip. I'm like, oh shit. Zooming in, I don't think that's happened specifically, but basically, yeah. I've fooled myself into clicking on the screen. What was that? A veteran thingamabob? Alright. Don't need to use keys on anything for a while. Ever. Yeah, I think I'm almost done. I mean, apart from gaining XP, like I'm almost done using bountiful keys for like anything. Or maybe I could still open stuff up, but I don't think it would be very useful to me. Like, it's going to be kind of a long way to get, like, this 3,400 or other stuff, yeah. Actually, well, since I only do 11s on this character, maybe it's... Yeah, since I go through all my keys anyway. Like, how many do I have right now? I have 2 left. So, might as well. Boop-a-da-boo. And I get a... That's right, and I also want to get that stupid trinket. Any other bountifuls? There's one more, and I have 1 key left, so I might as well use it. Off to Waterworks. Though that trap me gave me a quest credit for finishing it. Nice. Ringing depths. Deepest dips. I think I will, in fact, try to be up for the live broad. Well, shit, are they going to be live?
Someone didn't get the message. These are earthen resources.
Well, let's see. Alright, so let's look at this again. So, something meet the devs. Actually, I can look at something else. Hold on. Nope, no info there. Okay, we're going to host 2 panels, but no indicator that it's going to be live. But they are going to have VODs. So I should be able to sleep through this. Yeah. It just means, see, the sucky thing though is that it's going to fuck up my Saturday. And Saturday is like an off day. Saturday is I'm chilling with the wife. We're like doing stuff. Yeah. So 9 hours, that's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. on Saturday. So should I even do a weekly that week? Or for that day? I guess not. Yeah. I'll do coverage, reactions, and stuff like that, but I'm not gonna do a Saturday, normal Saturday video. Probably not. Okay. Cool. The last 11. Then I'm out of keys. A flicker gate has manifested with it. And this I've never seen this one. It didn't. Damage wasn't that great for the clone. So I think I'll just go back to Haterang. And is there a different one I can use? For the sands, is the crit strike permanent? Yeah, every time it uses gathering tools, sands begin swirling, granting crits up to 10 times and slowing enemies. Did I apply for the co-streamer thing for Gamescom? You don't need to... Wait, you can apply for it? I didn't see anything about applying for it. Or at least I know about it, but I have to be there. I can't just stream Gamescom stuff. But as for can we co-stream, there's no permission needed. We could just do it. Yeah. At least that's what I've been told. Like, just go ahead. We're auto-approved or something like that. Alright, Rafe, see ya. See you laters. Yeah, because I don't think there was no statement about that necessarily, right? Something streaming. Live stream this. Okay, so no mention with that. No mention with that. Yeah, so unless you're talking about something else more, as far as I've seen, oh, you can co-stream with no penalties. It's on the Gamescom site itself. I think I might know what you're talking about there. Here, let me take a look. So, guidelines. Bloop, 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 bloop. So, guidelines is so choose your platform. Yeah, so that's the general thing. You just do it. So you don't have to apply or anything. And then, like, don't do weird shit on it, too. Is this what you mean? You gotta credit yourself as a creator? Oh, this is for people who were there. I think. Yeah. Yeah, Blizzard was having its own separate thing. It's like, hey, you want to stream while you're here? We have booths. You want to apply? Cool. And I'm like, that's expensive. that's a lot. I don't think I can do that. So, all right, lady, what are we doing?
Spit it out.
Give me the wrench. Wrench. Can I repair from range? No. It's these dudes. Any spore bits? Come on, spore bits. No. Oh, well, my dreams are shattered. Now I gotta fight these guys normally? Oh, no. Their side's kind of ass. Wow, I never really took a good look at it. I think I know where the journey discrepancy is. You get another Delver's journey from killing one of the portal bosses, and they're random. The one where you dodge the orb walls while fighting gives you 150. What are you talking about, Goose? I still have 4-piece bonus somehow. Oh well. I'm just not gonna fuck with my gear. And hope that it just sticks around. Comment on another comment about not paying for that price. Ah. All right, let's see. So repairing stuff gives credits. Oh, actually, does this just hurt? Are these like hazards too? Yep, hazard. Actually, what kind of hazard? This is movement speed, debuff. Oh, that's it. So you just get a debuff. And then it has that kind of range. Okay, that's pretty easy to avoid then. Oh, you can't close that. Oh, wait, you can. It's like up here. Oh. Come on. Yes. How am I going to stream half the event and not have a separate stream schedule easily available? I'm not going to stream everything. All I care about are the WoW panels. That's it. I'm not going to pay too much attention to the creator clash and stuff like that. That's, to me, that's not... I'm going to stream what I care about, you know? And while I do care about, like, the housing-related stuff, I'm going to kind of leave it to the curators, like Wowhead, MMO Champion, to sort that stuff out. And then just kind of go over, like, okay, here's, like, the overview, the high-level features, here's what's new, that sort of thing. But I'm not going to go through, like, every detail of it. And as for the rest of Gamescom, it's not important to me either. All I care about is the WoW stuff. Yeah, I'm not a y'all know me, I'm not a general news, a gaming news channel. Well, I'll leave that to them. Wonder if the hazard works on mobs like other hazards. Oh, that's a good question. I will try that.
Nice fight.
Oh, if you're talking about Blizzard streaming their stuff, I think the only thing that they will be carrying to, well, they already talked about what they're going to the stream, so. Let's see if they get debuffs on them. Yes, they do have a debuff as well. So just smoke them in the juice. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. It's just like Dastardly Duos, guys. Just tank them right here, no problem. Okay, now I get the debuff too, though. So actually, you know, it's not a... yeah, let me see if I can pull this guy over. Come on. Come on. Stop casting. Okay, so for them, it's also a duration. So you don't have to leave them in there. You just need to have them, like, run through it. And then they get, like, a 15-second debuff. Of course, it happens to you, too, if you happen to run through it. Yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about the housing screen. Sounds wild, but watching watching a streamer or whoever unscripted kind of go through the motions of like figuring stuff out, for me that's not my idea of entertaining or informative. I'd rather just spend my time, in my case, sleeping. I'd rather be sleeping, and then I'll wake up and I'll see what sorts of information there is to like learn. And maybe I'll drop by and take a look, see if there's anything, but I'll probably tune out really quick. Oh, that's what you mean? Of course they're not going to do that. It would have been awesome though if they let other folks, even outside, you know, streamers outside of Gamescom, like still also be able to stream and try it out. But I mean, at some point we're gonna get. It won't be super long until we get PTR for housing, beta, yada yada yada. So, I mean, think about that. So like 11.2, the 11.2.7 PTR is probably going to include housing on it, which means that potentially everyone may be able to try it out. But then as for it, you know, early access and all that, then you gotta wait. Because I'm pretty sure, like, whatever you do on the PTR, unless there is a way to export your builds, then you're not gonna, you know, it might not be compatible. We might expect something like that, or if you can't export your builds, then you just need to wait until it goes live to actually do housing stuff, like permanently. Hi everyone, I'd like to see them bring in professionalized woodworking and tree cutting logins to make items for player housing. It seems like professions as they are right now handle it just fine. Like, what profession would you drop? Or should they make it a secondary profession? Should everyone be able to gather stuff? Or should the gathering just be done by the current professions anyway? Like me personally, I never quite got hooked into this obsession of, oh, you can't have housing without a thing to gather wood with. Like, there are other ways you can do it. We've been getting resources all sorts of weird ass ways. I actually, at one point, I was predicting, oh, they're probably going to do like this generic housing resource, you know, kind of like garrison supplies or whatever. But there might be some there's some generic resource that will just drop whenever you mine something or pick an herb or whatever. And it's just called housing resources. Somewhere in there is wood. That should be on the flavor text. There's wood somewhere in there, don't worry. Sounds boring, right? But I think the focus is they want to introduce housing, not gathering for housing. Maybe. I'm just making some guesses there. Did the loading screen get leaked? I don't know. Be able to craft bows and staves? But we can craft bows and staves. Okay, not bows during this season, but that's covered already. Scribes make staves. If anything, scribes are the closest thing to a woodworker at the moment. Even if that might not sound satisfying, but that's what we got. Ooh, I pulled a lot. And the juice is kind of far. And I disabled the other juice. I think that was a bad play. Yeah, enchanters make wands too. Yeah, there's that. Yeah, my stance has been other professions can cover all these things just fine. It'd also be weird because, like, you would only... It feels like you would only need to have one carpenter person on your whole ass account. Like, why would you make another one? Unless there's, like, other systems and whatnot that involve daily cooldowns, yada, yada, yada. But, like I said, other professions can do it too, I think. Haven't played in a while? Welcome back. Scribe should be changed to rune carvers. I mean, well, they are though. It's just, oh, you're talking about just the name? Well, it's just a name. And one more. Wow, still one more. Hey, there was a spore, but there's like one. For real? Two. That's it. That's all I get for spore bits. Wow. Does it work? It seems to work. It's not a very good strat, though. I'm not going to bring mobs like all the way over there. That's a bit much. Simple, actually, just reuse the lumber mill from the garrison, and then what? Then you gotta have like a whole gathering profession. You gotta build a whole gathering profession around it, multiplied by every expansion. You know, so it's scope creep, man. Yeah, so TLDR, they're focused on making housing, not housing professions. You know, are they making the big picture that they're working on is housing, building the house, not so much the profession that supports it, because other professions can handle it just fine. Like archaeology, why have it on more than one character? Yeah, something like that. Scribes have been finding to find its place ever since Wizard removed major glyphs. Lol. Even enchanting has been trying to make that argument too. Look, there's only so many great consumables you can make, right? Glyphs were one of them. Glyphs were so good. I mean, they still are good. Like, they can still make money, but it's just hotly competitive, and the market hasn't quite... Well, I haven't looked at how the herb market is these days, but it just isn't great. It's not very efficient for trying to profit off glyphs. But I don't blame the profession. I mostly blame the region-wide auction house for like really killing it. Is it dead though? No, I don't think it's dead. People would still definitely use. They still definitely buy contracts. They've got to use missives and whatnot. So there's something to it. But one thing I don't like is just how involved it is just to make the materials that you need. You gotta have the herbs, then you gotta mill them down, then you gotta make inks, and then you can start putting stuff together. Like it's very involved. They make more money by selling herbs than for selling profession items. It depends. So like alchemists are still, I think they're still doing pretty good. But it depends on like your approach. Like the approach these days, and I'd say for most folks, if you're not actively on trade chat and doing stuff, if you're working the auction house, then you are a concentration crafter. That's it. You just gotta change that approach, and then you'll do just fine. These days, you can level up a bajillion characters, literally a bajillion characters in WoW, and you can easily get enough skill points to get yourself to a spot where you can easily make a rank 3 something using concentration, multiply that by your number of alts, and you have a gold printing factory. You just gotta switch to your alts every couple days, flip some low cost mats, turn them into rank 3 items for easy profit. It's not a get rich quick scheme, but it's how you can easily make not easily, but it's it's your path to making the WoW token money. will be microtransactions, but they've said that race and class and race fantasies should not be monetized. It's going to be as monetized as cosmetics are now. Like, look at the shop. Here's what we've got. You know, here's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages of mounts, minus the ones that are like pulled off the store because they just feel like doing that. It's a pretty small, even then, it's a pretty small number compared to everything that's available in game. So you just want to kind of have that in mind. What we're going to see like this minority of stuff that's bought, that's premium or paid or whatever. But you're going to see a ton of creators and commenters and stuff put a huge spotlight on it. Like, this is the only thing that matters. All this other free shit that you get from the trading post and whatever, none of that matters, guys. Let's focus on this. Blizzard bad. And then it's going to be up to you guys if you want to follow that line of thought or not. And there's hella sport bits in this room. Wait. That's cool. Come here. So yeah, this is where the game starts. Come on. Come on, enemies. Stop casting. Stop casting. Here we go. Alright. This delve is now good. I normally do not like this delve very much. Because it's usually the one where you like gotta breathe and all that. Or not breathe, where you gotta your movements are restricted, you have to hit a thing every now and then. It's a little annoying. So, oh, I guess I'm just going to the last guy now, right? Yeah. So, let's just run it. They could solve a lot of problems with professions by making their progression and cooldowns account wide. Oh, that would, people would be so pissed though, dude. Imagine concentration or profession cooldowns being account wide. It's like, hey, alchemists, you want to level up? You basically only have one profession if that were the case. Maybe we should get more specific on that, but. Hey, switch on to Google cooldowns, and I have severe ADHD, so if it doesn't interest me and I don't see it, I don't do it. Fuck them, people balances more. Yeah, how much economic activity would drop because one, you would only be able to have like one cooldown available per account, and then two, people who would just get so pissed off that they would quit or they would stop doing professions at the very least, and then you would lose that person anyway, or you know, you would lose that one that you still have left. Yeah, that would be wild if they were to do something like that. Lol, what's the point of alts, Blizz? Something, you know. The way they made professions made them so tedious you can't use multiple characters for it without grinding like hell. Oh, I super disagree. Like, I was just explaining it earlier. You can easily just, you know, with how easy it is to level up alts, you just need to go get your profession treasures, which you just fly around and go get them. You just need to go to all the renown, you know, go to each of the renowned quartermasters and get all the free skill books that you get from that, because, you know, credit to that is shared across the accounts. You know, once you have those reputations up. Any other books I'm missing? Oh, and then of course, as you're leveling, get whatever points you can possibly get. That's going to give you easily enough points to master something. Enough to where you can use concentration to take it to a rank 3. Multiply that by your number of alts, gold factory. You spend about an hour per character. That's it. The process is super simple once you you know, achieve a little bit of comprehension on it and just kind of figure out what your path is. The resource cost, extremely low, because, well, you're going to profit. It's just a question of how much profit are you going to get. And then it can scale, depending on your number of characters. Now, again, you need to, you know, have multiple alts if you really want to take advantage of it. So there's, like, that kind of work. But as for, like, oh, I gotta grind and get points every week, no, you don't have to do that. My alt factory, most of my dudes are, like, skill level 65 or something like that. They haven't done weeklies like all expansion, and they just print money. Pretty simple. So the path is there, you just gotta walk it. But for the people who want to be like, oh, I want to master everything like everyone else can, like, then no, that's not gonna happen. But you don't need that kind of versatility either. You just need to know what sells, because that's all you're gonna end up working on anyway. Because even then, even if you did master everything, you're still going to do concentration crafting, because that's just the cheaper way to produce stuff at a profit. If you have one cooldown per account, your profession's price is going to skyrocket. I mean, the market will adapt for it. It's just that players are going to get so tilted by it. Right? The market can recover from it. It's going to work itself out, because that's what markets do. But players are going to feel really limited by what they can do. You know, because I guess it runs counter to the idea of, hey, I have these multiple characters. Why does my mage, who I want to be a scribe, can't do anything anymore because my hunter, who also happens to be a scribe, used their cooldowns first, right? Because that would kind of assert the idea of, okay, we're not even going to have character-specific professions anymore. It's all warband stuff, so you only need to be on the one character at all to do all of your professions, which sounds kind of cool, right? But then the monkey's paw is like, okay, but then these cooldowns are going to be all shared and everything too. And I think that would be jarring, especially if WoW started out like that. Okay, no one's going to notice. But after 20 years, I don't think people would stand for that. Did I get anything? I got Sabatons. Oh yeah, that's right. I got Radiant Echoes. Huh, I can use these. I totally forgot. Good going, Blizz. Yeah, I totally forgot about Radiant. I could use these, and I can get more stuff. And I got 12 of these motherfuckers right now. And I get like what, one I think every time I use 5, I get like basically a key, I think. So, and I have how many? Radiant, who was it? Is that a currency thing? Oh, there it is. Okay, so I can get 2 more keys out of this. Cute. 2 more keys out of that. I got 75 shards, and I think there's a world quest I haven't done yet. So I can get 3 more keys for the week. I used a lot of keys. I think I used like 15, more than 15 on this one character. I see your point, but they should really make materials and knowledge account-wide. Materials and knowledge should be account-wide. I think there's a line to cross, though, because then if materials or if knowledge was account-wide, then it would definitely be in some people's interest to roll like, okay, I'm gonna fucking all 60 something of my alts. I'm just gonna crank them, knowing that I can easily pick up a profession, and then boom, I get all these points, pump like crazy. And I think I think what that would do, that would cause like this over abundance of goods. You know, you're gonna see things are the supply of things is going to be like pretty crazy, and gatherers would win. Gatherers would probably win the most out of that because you're gonna have all these people who are like getting all these materials and stuff because they're trying to make some money. But then also, um, the actual crafted goods, they're not going to feel very profitable at all. People are going to, you know, work on like lowest margin. They already do that now, but I think it would just scale even that much worse if the possible supply of goods was like that much higher. We've been trying for years as a player base to acknowledge our alts as one big account, but as soon as professions are considered away, they're considered. Yeah, well, we definitely, um, uh, folks have been wanting like account wide stuff, not quite seeing the monkey's paw of design that will probably be at work, and we're seeing it here too. Oh my god, how come I can't get any more rep? Oh, because you only get it the one time for the whole account. Well, fuck this, boys. This is dumb, you know. So we're seeing a lot of that. Assault Sorter was updated. Yep. I like the idea of warbound based professions. That would be interesting to see how that would work. Um, There are things that they make soulbound, like the crafting currency to buy recipes and stuff. The acuity system as it is super flawed and needs to be fixed too. Trying to remember, like, what was the original point of acuity? I mean, part of the... Actually, let me rewind. Let me just go, like, what is the point of acuity? You know, to just... I guess it's partially to have this profession specific currency, you know, to turn that into an activity. Like, hey, you need this sort of stuff in order to like recraft stuff. Eventually, I do appreciate that they have vendors from the get go. If you once you happen to have too much acuity, then it's like, okay, now you can just use it to get some extra resources or whatever. So there's that at least. I finished. Right? Oh no, I can still get one. I'm not gonna have time to do another delve though. But I might as well go and do the quest, that world quest, to get that coffer key shard thing. It probably would be a better use of my time to use another character and try to farm up more what is it called, Delver's journey experience, because let's see, how many do I need to do to get to the next milestone, because I want that stupid tanking trinket. It's probably gonna suck, but I want it. So I need 2750. I don't know why there's a denomination of 50, but oh well. Yeah, that's weird. Why do I have a denomination of 50? What did I do? I've only been doing either 8s or 11s. But I got a denomination of 50. So what happened? Oh well, whatever the case. At 300, right? 300 Delvers thingy per run. I need to do basically 10 11s in order to get to the next level. I ain't gonna do that this week. That's crazy. That's too much. But I'll definitely get it next week. You know, I'll get that cute little bonus 1500. That's gonna help a lot. And then whatever delves I happen to do, that'll take me over the edge. So that way, by Tuesday, I should have a delve trinket if it's available off that vendor that day. Yeah. Need to separate it as a method to gate recipes and crafts. It feels bad to choose between your recipes or a profession item or actual gear. What profession item are you talking about? Oh, you mean profession equipment, like hammers and aprons and all that stuff. It feels like that's a very solvable thing. Not solvable, but as a player, like for me, it was obviously recipes. 100%. There is no reason to get anything else because concentration will take us all the way. So when I was, when I was doing my planning or when my implementations were just get recipes. Yeah. Recipes give me more access. Recipes let me make the thing. It lets me fulfill stuff from public or private or patron crafting orders. That'll give me more acuity, flexibility to gain more of that stuff. So then I can buy the other things. So for me, the profession tools came last. And basically, yeah, I went that route because the people who were buying profession tools first were suckers, and I just made money off of them. So, so go me. The play that I went, and what I'll probably do this coming expansion too, is to get recipes that are focused on gathering professions first. So like the sickle, the skinning knife, the mining pick, and then some of the supporting equipment around that. I feel like I got it right with going that route. The gathering stuff first, that was the most important, followed by the crafting stuff. Yeah, the people who early on, they were just like making their own crafting things, like that wasn't a mistake, but it wasn't optimal, I would say. So I see what you're saying more, but I think that gamers know, sitting down and looking at it, they can find a solution to, or there is a solution to it. And I'm out of coffee. Seething. Okay, let me do that quest. What's my renown at? I'm at almost 10. Do I get anything? I get a tabard. I get a cute tabard. Phase diving, restless souls. Let's go. Guess predictably there's no world soul thing here in Crash that I've noticed.
Out of phase. With nothing binding them to reality, they prey on divers for energy, causing more.
Alright, restless souls, where you at?
Send these lost souls to their inevitable destination.
I don't want to choose by dropping professions and doing the quest for more of the acuity like some players do. I mean, those folks, they were racing, and that's like that's a different. For me, that feels like a different thing altogether. Like those are the people who, like, I'm not doing this for the role play of my character. I'm doing it because I'm trying to make money in the fastest way possible. So those folks, they're just, for them, the auction house is the game, or making money is the game. I think that's a different realm altogether. Big dog. Ooh, nice. Thank you. Thank you very much for gifting the tier 1, dude. Much, much, much appreciated. Yeah, this month has been a fantastic month for like WoW coverage and, folks coming in and joining in on the streams and stuff to like hang out. So kudos to Blizzard for giving the opportunity, and of course thank you guys for like dropping in, saying hi, subscribing, gifting, and all that stuff. This month has been sick. Shuffling professions for acuity can be counterproductive if you don't have a clear-cut plan. Yeah, so that sort of strat is for the folks like me who are like looking at every profession and trying to determine, okay, here's the path that I'll take for this and this and this, or here's how I'm going to race towards getting this or that. And I understand it, but I don't like doing it. Like I'm like, no, I still want my blacksmith engineer to still be, I still want him to have like all the recipes and all that stuff. I don't want to lose out on those. because having them is cool. You know, I don't want to get rid of them. I also don't want to spend like the first day of the expansion or whatnot leveling a character that is not me, and I'm just doing it for the money. I mean, maybe my mind will change. I'll have to like make some considerations. Like, okay, do I want to have like a really strong productive start to the expansion that'll carry me through? And I did happen to have that in this case. Like, I did Thaumaturge and I made a good couple million, and that I'm just kind of coasting. I'm coasting on that for like the whole expansion, pretty much. It's just that I don't have the extra income, the extra steady income that was coming throughout the expansion, like there was with Dragonflight. So to me, one of the bigger misses of Professions with this expansion is they didn't offer like new gear recipes to get people excited about like cool stuff. Like there could have been all these sorts of opportunities for, you know, goblin themed, you know, either fun stuff or gear that has like some special cantrip effects. And then same thing here for Ghost of Koresh for this patch. It would have been cool. It might have made money, maybe not. But having that opportunity like seems cool. Not having it makes the likes of blacksmithing and whatnot still feel useful. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not as cool because I don't have like this cool ethereal crafted weapon that has some probably janky effect. But I think that was probably partially why Blizzard opted away from that, because simmers will be like, well, sorry, Blizz, but this thing is not like great. And it doesn't feel great. It also doesn't feel great when, you know, people invest into having this gear crafted, but then just like how we go from season to season, it's like kind of a reset. In this case, gamers can just upgrade their gear. Okay, and that feels a little bit better, I think. I remember so many people taking up gold making to get the Bruder Sword back in BFA. The idea of people casually picking up Professions or gold making seems unfathomable now. I was just talking about this. I encourage you to try it out. Try it out. Prop up a profession real quick. It could be any of them. Even alchemy will work. Harder to work, but I'd say alchemy is also like one of the easier examples. Enchanting probably works really easily too. I'd look at those. I'd look at blacksmithing. That's an easy one with alloys. Leatherworking and tailoring, I'm not so sure about. I don't think those are as effective. But you can still make money. So why not make making purely Mog crafted items? It's kind of like how it is now, because if you just want to make season 1 stuff, you just need to get, like, if you happen to have old sparks, like there's that. I still need to do that for my other characters. But like, no, I see your point. Like just making just cosmetic things, that'd be cool. I'm a big fan of that. I want that to be a thing. Tailoring stuff. See, it was kind of funny. Like at first, people were thinking, "Oh my god, it's going to be impossible to get, you know, tailoring stuff because only tailors can get cloth." And then look at it now. You know, it was pretty crazy. Like the early access days were really nuts, I gotta say, because there were some materials that were like super available, and then they became super rare, and the prices of those just shot up, and that was a big money maker for me too. Like I think it was the blue shards, the blue enchanting shards. I had a shitload of them, like thousands of them, and then and they were like super cheap. And then same thing for like some of those blue materials, like you know, those delve materials. Like they were at first like super plentiful and cheap and everything, and then the prices just went insane. Wild ride, but it was fun. It's a game. You gotta remember that sometimes. And sometimes we just want to be like goofballs and wear our weird looking pink shit. All right. Half that is down to 5 million videos about roll 15 tailors and alchemy and alts on remix to make 8 million to make 6 million gold an hour. Mm-hmm. But yeah, concentration crafting is the way to go. It's that's been steady. That's been nice steady gold for the whole expansion. You know, I'll pop in on Wednesdays, which is not today, but I'll pop in. I'll pop on Wednesdays, get on a bunch of alts, um, make core alloy, just like the cheap shit, and then that'll be about like um 20 to 30,000 gold or something like that. Yeah, twice a week. So it's not like huge, right? But it's steady. So 60,000 gold a week times 4 is almost a WoW token. You know, prices have gone up and all that. But oh well. I wish Blizzard could do something with remembering that it's a game. Honestly, sorry to be frank, but that's a player problem. Like, players, they subject themselves to this pressure and this, you know, they compare themselves to others. They see themselves on like the logs and whatnots. They'll look at what other people are doing. It's kind of like social media. Because I'm a big opponent of social media. I mean, I use it because that's work. But that, you know, the whole doom scrolling and, you know, looking at your friends on Facebook and how like successful they are and all that stuff, like that feeds into this awful negative mindset, and it's hard to overcome. But then that, in a way, that spills into social games like World of Warcraft too, where you look at what people have and you get like, you know, I want to do. How come I can't do this? And for them, it starts becoming a game. You know, you turn off the screen and all that stuff, but you still feel that, you still have those feelings, and that's not healthy. I don't think. I don't know how to fight that though. Best I can do has been to try and make an example of myself and just be like, yeah, hey, we're playing a game. This is how it goes. People trying to make gold are doing it the wrong way. They're trying to find the best way to make a lot of gold at once. That's always going to fail. You need to find a way to make steady gold. Absolutely. That's what the glyph market was for me. Now that was really grindy too. I'd say like the glyph market, from Cataclysm up until BFA, it was kind of hard because you needed to like super mass grind stuff, and it helped in Legion, but you need to super like gather materials, mass grind, mass craft, and then chain post nonstop. But at the same time, like it, you know, on good days, like it would just be good steady gold. You know, at one point I was like super trying to undercut and cancel scan and all that stuff. And then after a while I was like, you know, I'm just gonna roll the mouse like once every couple of hours or once every day. And then, you know, if I get a couple thousand, but someone else is making like 20,000, whatever. I don't care what they make. I made 1,000 gold. Well, yeah. And I would just run with that. And then I made millions off of it over the course of years. So I've never been hungry for like, you know, game time or expansions and all that stuff. So if Blizzard put in, if Blizzard put less in, people would complain. If they put in more, of course. I don't even do dungeons anymore because of the go mentality. Time walking, low level dungeons, high level dungeons, it's all fast paced. I barely had any login to log in since I got back from my vacation in Spain. Reason I'm still logging in is to do delves with the one friend I play with. Gotcha. And that's the thing. You know, WoW is they're making more things to do, not in an effort to be like, oh, this is what's gonna, you know, bring us 12 million players and whatnot. But it's just something that they're trying to deliver that will serve the underserved. War Within brought us delves, and we've been seeing like this big push towards bringing in like a satisfying solo experience. It's not perfect, but the fact that they've really opened up that vector for you know, for players to do like on a day-to-day basis, huge. in a few months, we're going to get user-generated content with player housing. I don't know how that's going to, how big that's going to be. I think it's going to be big from, people are just going to like doing it. But then what's it going to mean like in the future? I don't know, because this is uncharted territory. But it's something that people have wanted. They've been underserved, and now it's becoming a thing. I was talking recently about how they need to focus more on outdoor world PvP, because I think that community is being super underserved, and they could use some help. So, anyway, getting a multi-craft rank 3 times 12 sanctified alloy to chain. Nah, it's all about charged alloy, baby. That's the money. Charged alloy is good money, and it still circulates just as fast as like all the others. But core alloy is just nice and cheap and plentiful. I'll get that stuff from just doing patron orders. So I'll like do all the cheap stuff, and sometimes I'll get the materials back. I'm like, oh, I'll take it. So, or if I'm doing an order and a resourcefulness thing procs and it's like a 3-star, I'm like, hell yeah, and then I'll sell that too. Anyway, I'm gonna head out. There's going to be quite a bit for me to talk about with like mostly the remix related stuff for tomorrow. I'm sorry, for Saturday's weekly, and then of course I'm going to kind of I'm gonna rerun through my predictions of all the when everything's happening, and then get ready for Gamescom. My body is not ready, so I gotta make sure I sleep well and prepare for that. So off I go. You guys have a great rest of your day. May your loots be merry, and I will see you guys next week. Yeah. Or Saturday for the video. Whatever. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, stay breezy. Bye.